Why?
Let's go!
This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it. AJ, you never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it!
What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome. On this Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023, this sports program starts now. Football! Happened last night. We had Monday Night Football preview of what the season's going to look like. New Monday Night Countdown with Scott Van Pelt in the hosting chair. Then you have Ryan Clark, Swagoo, and RG3 alongside Shefty and some others, I believe, that'll be popping in. It was nice to see them form their chemistry and what that show could look like when they take it on the road, I'd assume, still like they have in years past. Then we get a chance to hear Joe Buck and Troy Aikman do their thing. Yeah. Nice to hear the goats chit-chatter on Monday night. And I'll tell you, for a preseason football game, week 2 preseason football game, these games have normally stunk. These games have been terrible. But Sam Howell and the Commanders with Eric Bieniemy's offense look damn good. It's against third stringers. Who cares? They were slinging the ball all over the place. Sam Howell appears to be a guy. Now, I put out a tweet that says, this dude can really deal with fucking pigskin. He's lighting it up. He has, I don't want to say a reckless mindset, but he'll throw this thing into single or double coverage. He has faith in his arm, his accuracy, and his teammates. I think he's beloved. We talked to Taylor Heineke at Radio Row, and we asked him about a situation that happened during the season last year where Taylor Heineke was supposed to be the starter, and he actually allegedly came out and said, you know what, hey, you've already seen what I am. You should get a look at what this Sam Howell guy is. I'll actually back up Sam Howell this week at the end of the season last year because Sam Howell was drafted to be the quarterback there after one rough year at North Carolina, after a great year before that, whatever his second year in college eligibility was. So a lot of hope, a lot of hype. And Taylor Heineke said, look, watching this guy behind the scenes, he has everything you could possibly need to be an NFL quarterback. Last night I saw it. Last night his eyes saw him. Eric Bieniemy's offense was cooking. It felt like the Commanders are in a much better spot than they have been, especially under the Dan Snyder. Like, that ball's a rocket. That is a fucking rocket right there.
And on time.
He had a bunch of those all night. And then I think you start listening to Josh Harris speak.
Yeah, well,
We tried to.
You know,
He was great. Come on.
just watching him more so.
I'll tell you what, some people become bazillionaires. I'm incredibly impressed by anybody that has the amount of courage it takes to keep going whenever you're in that business world, because people are going to hate you. Now, I don't think there's been a single billionaire that has happened where they don't have a lot of enemies. You know what I mean? Like, on the way up, there's probably a lot of people that they've pissed off, backstabbed. Like, that's kind of the conversation. But also, there's a lot of moments where people are saying a lot of bad shit about you, and it's like, do you want to continue? Do you want to continue? Do you want to continue? Josh Harris obviously continued all the way up into becoming a billionaire. Him on that booth last night, or in that booth last night, though, I don't think that was where he was most comfortable.
No.
But he was definitely excited. Oh,
that was an all-time moment.
yeah. Him and Joe have a little two-fingy rapski delayed time. I do like that Josh Harris immediately in the middle of it is like, whoa, this was not how that was supposed to go. Let me get back out of here. But it just, the vibes out of the Commanders team just feel better. And obviously you could say Dan Snyder's out, and maybe that is the case. But also with how good this guy played and with everything that's happening, the future's bright over there. Good luck to Commanders fans who's been through it.
Go get him.
Wale reposted my post, but he reposted my post on Instagram post.
Storied it.
Wale, big-time Commanders fan.
He wrote the song.
He didn't write to put your left hand up with the Commanders.
He produced it. There's a difference.
Sorry, my bad.
But they're like Jets fans right now.
Yeah.
Commanders fans are like Jets fans. It is a whole new world. We are breathing a much fresher air. We have optimism. We have hope. And there's for good reason, because for the first time in 25 games, preseason games, the Baltimore Ravens have lost. Ha!
Wow. Losers.
Ha! You guys stink, dude.
Losers.
Zay Flowers looks really fast.
Yeah, he looks awesome.
He looks like he's going to be really, really good.
And that other running back on Baltimore.
And Monken's offense looked pretty good. Pretty good in the NFL.
Josh Johnson looked pretty good.
Pretty good.
last night, too.
Pretty good. It was a great preseason game last night. We're pumped about it. We'll be chatting about it all damn day. The Toxic Table's here at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys Tone Diggs is here. And 14-year NFL icon Pac-Man Jones is here.
Boy, Pac.
Yeah, so Sam Howell, watching him, you talked about being on time and throwing him there while I was diving through it all. He did look like an NFL quarterback last night, and I like those helmets are pretty sick.
Yeah, they are.
The Zoom helmet
With
there,
the visor?
with the visor straight down, not a bad look. Because remember, they were starting to become some real asinine looking helmets that they were putting on people's heads, and they were like, "Yeah, this is good for you." And you're. Well, everybody has eyes. These look terrible. They're not that bad. Looks like he's good. But he looked the part last night, I think, Pac, and I think that's the biggest takeaway that I had.
I think he looked very apart. He had one bad ball, I think. But besides that, everything was clear. He went to his second reads, but he was throwing it. Like, it's no question, can he play or could he play? Because he showed it last night. I think both teams played pretty good. Josh showed up last night and played pretty good from coming back from what happened in San Francisco in the playoff game when he had the concussion.
Yeah, so, I forgot he was in a big-time game.
Yeah.
Let him down the field.
Had no idea he was on that team until he came on the field for the San Francisco 49ers in the NFC Championship. It was like, Josh Johnson's still doing it. Absolutely. The guy has talent. Did well for it. Let's keep with Sam Howell, though. So Sam Howell coming out of North Carolina. And obviously North Carolina now has a guy who might be either number one or number two, depending upon who you ask and what team is going to be drafting a quarterback first. But Sam Howell had a great second year of eligibility, right, in college?
Yeah, the year. I don't know. It was the year before he came out.
Yeah, so then his third year of eligibility, because you got to, because 3 years is normally removed.
Right.
So
Junior.
he had we don't know if it's junior or sophomore, though. You know, I don't think he left early.
Redshirted.
Yeah, and then you add in the COVID shit. I mean, there's a whole.
Yep, exactly.
Heineke says junior year in that clip.
Okay, that he left after his junior year?
No, he had a good year. His junior year was supposed to be a first-round pick.
Okay, so, but Heineke probably doesn't know either with the COVID.
Yeah,
I mean,
he played North Carolina 3 years.
Okay, so his second year of playing, he was phenomenal. Like, if he was able to leave, we're talking probably top 5 pick, quarterback. The hype is around this guy. It is real deal. He's going to save North Carolina. Then he goes in and plays another year, down year, not only for him, but for the entire team. Kind of smudges his name a little bit. Ends up at the Commanders, which are completely fucked to begin with. Now he's getting an opportunity with new ownership. What a perfect time for Sam Howell to make a big comeback like he did last night. And what are your thoughts on him as a gambler? Are we trusting this guy? I think we are. I think he's going to be given a lot of points this year. I think
they are.
He's going to be given a lot of points this year. And I think Sam Howell, from the moxie that I seen last night,
for sure,
and the style that he plays, I think they're going to be in a lot of games. It's going to be a cover machine, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Like that, his year before he came out was unbelievable. They had a good record. They had 2 incredible running backs, and I think Javonte Williams and Michael Carter. And then that next year, not so well. I mean, his stats were still good. I mean, we just saw him, but the defense in North Carolina has been good. And he dropped. I don't know if that was his fault or not, but everyone said like he still had the arm talent. And last year in preseason, he was good. And then, I mean, he must have been really fucking good in practice for basically Rivera said this offseason, like he's our starter before anything even happened.
Oh yeah.
Gambling wise, I'm not going to not trust Sam Howell. The O-line, I guess, has been the question in Washington over the
That's
last
everywhere,
couple,
isn't it?
couple
Is
seasons.
it everywhere? Dolphins, Jets, Commanders, Colts,
Bills, Patriots.
Yeah, Bills.
everywhere is the O-line
They
good?
looked pretty good last night. They protected him last night. Like you said, it wasn't the Ravens starters, but they looked pretty good. And his weapons are like Dotson's unbelievable. Hopefully McLaurin is okay.
That didn't look too serious, right? That looked more because he also walked
turf
over.
toe, yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah,
That's what
turf
the
toe.
doctors,
Toe sprain,
the internet doctor said turf toe.
Well, I think it was a report after he got checked.
Oh, an actual doctor said it too?
He got negative x-rays last night, and then today I believe it was announced sprain toe, turf toe.
Yeah, and he's getting an MRI, I think.
Okay, so turf toe I think can be a linger.
Oh, yeah.
Can be a linger. You know that, Pat.
But it's better than a sprained fucking ankle.
Yeah.
And that time now between that last preseason, you know how we're talking about, there's 14, 17
They got 20 days, right?
Yeah, he's got
3 weeks, a long time.
Yeah.
Get healthy. They're going to need him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Their
sure.
D-line is
Especially
really
with how
good.
And he's got to see how the Sam Howell's playing and be like, God damn, I want to. This guy
can be my best year.
Because Terry has people on him.
Oh, yeah.
Every catch you see Terry McLaurin make, there's people around him.
Yeah.
He's just making the catch. Sam Howell does not have some quarterback's fear of throwing the ball. He was throwing the ball into defensive meetings, but you know, I mean, it was a fun preseason game to watch.
Yeah.
And I'd be pumped if I'm fucking Commanders.
Whole half too. Like it was almost a treat because I expected a couple drives, and then all of a sudden there's 2 minutes left in the first half, and they're running the 2-minute drill. I do worry that the Commanders, they also have a murderer's row of a schedule. So it would be awesome to take them as
it's the
dogs.
NFL. Everybody's going to be tough. They're in the NFC.
East, AFC East, they're playing. I think they might be playing another pretty good AFC division as well. Just when you're thinking Bills, Commanders, Jets, Commanders, it's going to be hard to go up against.
Yeah.
I'm just like covering
Yeah, I was
machine.
going to say, like you said,
That's all
though,
I said.
Yeah,
Covering
I know.
machine.
and that plays into that. It's like, hey, rookie quarterback, or not rookie quarterback, but a guy who hasn't played before, 5th round pick. Like, okay, they're going to be getting 10 points against the Jets or whatever. Like, and
That's literally what I was watching while I was watching last
I
night.
agree.
I was like, oh my God, we're going to make so much money off of this
Yeah.
team. Because Sam Howell, even third, fourth quarter, if they're down 21, he's still going to be slinging.
Yeah.
I do feel like.
Yeah.
So they're going to now that can go the other way too.
True.
because he was last night too. Like, he is kind of always, or at least last night, like, he's always looking for the big play. Like, he was looking to throw it downfield a lot, and you could see him like, he might have a hot hand one day, but he could also throw 4 picks the next week.
We're hoping not.
Yeah, exactly.
He give me the Matthew Stafford vibe though.
Yes.
Like when you watch him, the way he released the ball, the way he throw the ball, like he can get it everywhere from the opposite hash. He can throw the comeback on the opposite side. So it's gonna be exciting.
Plus,
I did not know that he had that arm.
Me neither.
At all.
I don't think
Didn't know anything
I
about
was like, God damn, that ball is moving. That ball is absolutely moving out of his arm. I think that was my biggest takeaway. That ball is a dart.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some things that are moving in the field goal world. Got a chance to witness an athlete do something spectacular.
Crush.
Tress Way, one of the greatest punters in the NFL, especially of the recent history. I'd say he's one of the greatest punters in the NFL over the last 30 years, 20 years, with how consistent and how big of a leg he has had. Last night, now he's just on a team that's never,
Right.
So it's kind of, which is good for him too. When you punt on a bad team, you're normally going to get a lot of field. So normally you get a lot of opportunities in a lot of field. I'm not saying that's what his stats are, but I'm just saying most bad teams, the punter will have a lot of opportunities. So you can hit a short one, then you can hit a long one, because you're going to get 7-8 punts a game. As opposed to on these good teams, some punters are only getting 2 to 3 shots a game. So if you hit a shank and you're only getting 3 opportunities, your average is going to be a little different. I'm not saying that's Tress Way. I'm just saying Tress Way has not been talked about as much nationally for his talent, because the Commanders are what the Commanders are. But he is a true fucking dog of the punter position. And last night he had to be an athlete, baby. Joey Sly, who's been on a few different teams, the Commanders before. That's a 49-yarder. That's not just like a chip shot. That's a long-time ball. Tress Way has to catch this thing off the roll. Now, it actually got a pretty nice double hop there into his hands, but that's quick thinking. That's out of nowhere. Now, that long snapper, Kamaran Cheeseman, I believe.
Okay.
Kamaran.
His ass is out of here.
Okay. So he was leader in Pro Bowl votes last year because he and Tress Way are such a dominant tag team. He had that snap in the third quarter, and then on the game winner, not a lot of people are talking about this, that's laces straight back, Tress Way does a little turn there. Joey Sly hits a ball through the uprights, but like neither of those snaps are something that old Cheeseman is thinking to himself, I done good there. He probably had a long night worrying about everything. The long snapper's job is not an easy one. But if you're good at it, you can have a job forever. So everything is just about snapping the ball the exact same every single time. That first time, obviously, it leaves his hand, slips out. He shoots that thing out low. Now it does get a nice little bounce. Tress Way traps it, brings it up. Atta baby Tress Way. Joey Sly thanks you. The team thanks you. All of Washington. Did Josh Harris, who can't really get a sentence out with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman, he thanks what you just did there, Tress Way. And Troy Aikman gave him a lot of love, as did Joe Buck, because it is a big deal. But on that game winner, nobody's talking about it, but everybody who knows football and everybody that's deciding whether or not he's going to be the long snapper going forward knows that snap, especially on a game winner, has to have laces out. Can't have Joey Sly worried about what these laces are doing and Tress Way working it. Back in the day, it was on the holder a lot more than it was on the snapper, because back in the day, they weren't paying people $1 million to long snap. Now it is a full-time profession. You're getting voted on it for the Pro Bowl. You are making a 10-year, 15-year living off of this. You are expected to snap the ball with the laces out. Dan Marino shouldn't have had to do anything to old Ray Finkel if he was playing in 2023. So everything about, Dan being the reason, it was at that time, because I think tight ends and D ends were long snapping. Now it's a full-time profession, and the job is to put the laces on a field goal snap and hit a strike zone on the punt. And if you can block, you don't have to tackle. But if you're not that good of a blocker, you're going to have to tackle. And that's just kind of the job. It's not an easy one. It's a hard one. I hope that guy gets over it because I think he's probably a great long snapper. But all it takes is just a little mental hit, and then all of a sudden, the ball isn't spinning the exact same.
Yikes.
Laces are in a different spot, and you're out of a job. That's just reality. He knows that. I hope he gets better. Great work out of Tress and Joey making up for him.
And watching Baltimore do their whole entire field goal operation, like I think when Tucker came on here, he says like we want to be perfect every single time, and it felt like every time he went out there, it was perfect. I think it was the last one, extra point even, when they were going to go for two, guy false start, they have to move back, and Tucker's got to kick the extra point. And it really is just, it's beautiful. Like the ball is perfect every single time he kicks the ball.
He hits it in the same exact spot.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's absurd.
Every single time. It's remarkable. He's a machine.
Yeah.
Justin Tucker is a fucking machine. He's small too.
And he can do it all.
I don't know how he generates so much power with how small he is. He's a fucking machine. And it's I've always said Adam Vinatieri is the GOAT.
Yes.
Because not only am I friends with Adam Vinatieri, and I was teammates with Adam Vinatieri, but also like Adam Vinatieri is the GOAT. That's kind of how it is in the kicking world. He's the only human who has done what he has done in numerous different situations. Any kick that is shown in the history of the NFL as being one of the most important kicks in the history of football, it's coming off his fucking foot. So it's like Adam Vinatieri will always be Adam Vinatieri. And I think if you even ask Justin Tucker that, Justin Tucker will say that. No motherfucker's ever kicked a football anywhere near as good or as consistent as Justin Tucker.
No.
He is remarkable. Every kicker on earth watches Justin Tucker hit one ball and then two balls and then three balls and then four balls and goes, yeah, I could never do what this guy just did. He is a jugs machine. He's a robot. And it's awesome to get to witness his fucking greatness, to be honest, as somebody that appreciates it. But I don't, he's going to be able to just do this for 20 years, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. Like,
he's getting stronger somehow.
Will his hips be fucked up, because he isn't like as big of a guy, or like is that a lot like mechanics too? Like his swing is so pure that like he probably doesn't have like the lingering stuff with like his knees and his hips and all that kind of stuff.
I watch like his movement. He doesn't look like he's dealing with anything.
He looked like he got one of those, like, jeans. Some people got jeans. Like, I ain't boosting or bragging, but like, for instance, myself, like, I can't gain weight. I fucking look like this all the time. That's what Tuck is. Like, he just got one of those bodies where he getting better with time. Like, and he can just fly. He can do everything. Like, I was one of the guys. I hated playing against him.
Justin Tucker?
Yes.
Yeah, because he's going to make it.
Yeah.
You just get it in the because on defense, right? What are we looking for? We got to hold him. What do we got to hold him to?
60.
Field goal. Where's that? Field goal line's like 45, 50.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and that fucker's going to make it,
He's
too.
gonna make
This
it.
isn't like, if we get there, maybe there's a chance. It's like, he's been like that since day one, too. Out of Texas, University of Texas, I am a huge fan. And it's awesome to watch him. And congrats to Joey Sly, because that dude's leg, we talked about this last week, how fast the ball gets from foot to net is how you can tell who's got the big leg.
Yeah.
Joey Sly hit a 48-yarder last night from foot to net that took about the same amount of time as most kickers in the NFL have, like a 30-yarder. His leg is live. That has been a problem for him, though, because of how strong he is. Every once in a while, that ball will wrap around his foot a little bit too much, and then that fucker's knuckling, and he doesn't know where it's going. It's almost like it's a gift and a curse how strong Joey Sly's leg is, but hopefully he's got it dialed in because I love watching him bounce back.
I was looking at the all-time percentage leader for field goals, and the top 5 right now are all playing right now. They're just so much better at kicking field goals now?
Kicking and punting, we are in a golden era, and I think it's only going to get better because just like everything, you learn the techniques of what the greats do, and then you can kind of practice those, hone in on those. There's exercises that you can do to maximize those particular techniques since high school. I mean, people are focusing on being kickers and punters now at a much younger age. I just fell into it, just like, hey, how you doing? We're going to do this. And I think at my age even, there was camps and a lot of people focused on scholarships through the kicking world. But now it's
everything.
There's a lot of parents out there that are like, my kid's going to get a scholarship and play football and not get concussions. How are you going to do that?
Well, they're going to kick. Oh, it's just as easy as that? Yeah, well, he's at a camp every weekend. We got him doing this workout. We got him doing this stretch. I just think just like any craft, throwing, hitting, like baseball hitting, anything that has techniques that can get golf swings, anything that can get honed in and get better, it will evolve. Plus, guys are making millions of dollars doing this.
Yeah, it's way bigger.
So there's a lot more focus on athletes and working out, getting stronger, more consistent. It's just, it's a different era, I think, of athlete. And like all those guys back in the day that they show film of that some of these old whites say, like, punter, kickers, not football players. It's like, okay, I would beat the fuck out of you and your friends. And I'm not the only one. Every other kicker and punter in this league. Maybe not that guy at the Saints. They're saying he's really good.
That small kicker?
5'7", this guy. He looks like a kicker from like 1992, 1993, whenever the whole, narrative started getting built about kickers and punters. But now it's like stropping big dudes because there's a lot of fucking money on the line. Not only for them personally, but everybody. So people are just trying to get better.
Well, like you said, like when you were in the league, like you look at any punter now, it's like all these fucking guys are 6'4" or taller. It's like almost every single punter you look like if he was wearing like 52 or something, you'd be like, oh, that guy's D-end. These guys aren't small.
Huge.
They're all massive.
Yeah, very athletic too.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like very, very athletic. That's why anytime I saw one of these suits on TV who's never picked up a ball, yeah, you're a kicker or punter though. It's like I would beat you and every single human that you have ever at every sport, every single one of them. And then if we just so happen to fall into an octagon, all your friends. Every one of them getting their fucking asses beat. And I'm not even the best athlete or the most tough punter. You should see these other fuckers.
You gotta be tough to play that. That's what some people don't realize, how tough the fucking kickers and punters and all these guys are. Because guess what? If they do something wrong, it's solely on that guy right there.
Corner too?
Yeah.
Corner has as well.
Mentally, we are driven a totally different way. Even me back there catching punts. Like, all right, if I drop this motherfucker, everybody's going to blame me. So mentally, I have to wow myself up a whole lot different than the other guys. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing with a punter, a kicker. Like, you guys are wired way different than people think. They just think, oh, look, guy back there kicking. No, these motherfuckers doing the same work that we're doing. They just not in meetings as longer, but they're watching way more film, and they got way more time to hone in on their craft.
Yeah, there's a lot of money on the line. I think that's what people don't fully, like, you got super competitive people doing these things with a lot of money on the line.
Only so many opportunities.
Yeah, like back in the day, I think guys weren't really doing much. Like, I think guys were going golfing during practice, and we're like fucking around, and we're unathletic, and just so happened to get in these. Well, why do you have this job? Well, my dad had me start kicking a ball. Yeah, I didn't tell anybody else to do it. Now it's like everybody knows this is an actual profession. So things are getting better. It's it's good. It's good for the sport. But Justin Tucker stands above everybody. Speaking of standing above everybody, there's a man who's bigger than the program here in Indianapolis right now.
What? Man or animal?
GDI or what?
A running back.
Okay, so not the other one.
So currently, the Indianapolis Colts are in Philadelphia for joint practices. Now, they just had joint practices last week with the Chicago Bears. They're now having joint practices in Philadelphia. Shane Steichen's old place. Makes sense. There's already been 2 fights. We assume there's going to be more. Just got out of a joint practice all week with Chicago Bears.
Hot.
Going into another joint practice, real hot.
Let's go.
There's going to be tensions are going to be high. Normally, they're saying day 2 of these meetings are when these things happen. Day 1 happens whenever you just had a full joint practice week beforehand, and now you're in there. So I don't know how much work the Colts and the Eagles are going to get today. I do know that they're together. I do know that Jonathan Taylor is at the practice.
Ooh.
Now Jonathan Taylor is at the practice, hoodie on, sunglasses on, just like he has been whenever he was back in Indianapolis, whenever he wasn't away doing out-of-state rehab for his ankle or whatever personal reasons that we hope everything's okay, but he has still been adamant about trading away his rights from Indianapolis to somewhere else. Well, last night the Indianapolis Colts said, go ahead. Go find a place.
Let's see.
Go find a team that could potentially be interested for a trade. The Colts have given star running back Jonathan Taylor permission to seek a trade. Now, Ian Rappaport was on our show yesterday, and he said that he thinks there would be interest. Adam Schefter was on Monday Night Football Countdown last night. He said he thinks that there will be interest. Jonathan Taylor owed $4 million. this upcoming season. We assume if you were to give him a little bit more of that guaranteed, he might be at least happier than he is right now. But I think the assumption by a lot of people is you're going to have to give him a deal and you're going to have to trade at least a first-round pick to the Indianapolis Colts. At this stage of the football calendar, which teams could potentially want to do that? People are saying maybe Miami. People are saying maybe Buffalo. People are saying maybe Kansas City. That makes no sense to me, but they're saying there are teams that are going to be interested in this entire thing. I'm excited to see how it pans out, and I like the fact that although Jim Irsay came out and said, Jonathan Taylor, we're not trading you now. We're not trading you in October.
Sorry.
You're pissed sorry about it. Hey, you should see what Lolita. Lolita's pissed. Rest in peace. Everybody's pissed. What do you, you're going to be sweet. You got to play. This is the way this whole thing works. And then now, reversing course, seemingly saying, if you want to get traded, you can go find a trade partner. Here's what we're looking for. Good luck. Now, will his agent, who publicly battled Jim Irsay, be the one that's going around to find this? What teams will actually be interested? And how does it pan out? We shall see. Maybe the Cowboys. I saw this morning, Marcus Spears said, maybe the Cowboys are interested in this entire thing.
Cowboys don't want to pay their own running back, but I could see that perhaps. I think it's impossible to see this ending any way in Jonathan Taylor's favor. When Austin Eckler had the year he had last year and then was given permission to seek a trade, goes to try and find a trade, and keep in mind, he's getting paid $6 million, not $4 million. And after going to see who would trade for him, he added $2 million in incentives to his contract, so going from 6 to 8. And it's impossible to think, okay, Jonathan Taylor, who wants a record-setting deal, or at least around in that area.
17
was reported, but even anything below
Where's he at now?
Yeah, where's he at? Maybe he came down to 15. But again, Dalvin Cook just got cut because that was too much money for him, and he's had 1,400 yards from scrimmage the last 3 years in a row. So it's just one of those things where this can't end well. The only way it ends is that he personally just sits out a year in Indianapolis.
But then if he sits out a year...
then they roll it.
I mean, I don't know. I think the Colts saying, go try to find a trade partner is maybe them extending an olive branch, hoping that some sort of seed can be buried here and grow from it with a relationship. Like, you can go see what other teams are looking for. And then if they go somewhere else, like if Miami and... Obviously, Gumpy looks so cool back here.
Oh, my God.
Today?
God. My God. Gumpy, you look like you're straight out of the Amish, like maybe GQ. Amish GQ.
Yeah. We got our bag back. We're all good, boys.
You look handsome. Is Miami, they didn't want to pay Dalvin Cook? Isn't that what happened with Dalvin? Are they going to be the ones that want to trade for Jonathan Taylor, maybe understanding that they need a running back? And in doing so, they're going to have to, just like they did with Tyreek, going to have to negotiate a deal before the trade as well.
Still got to play Wilkins, and we're up against it salary cap wise next year. Like, I don't know how it works out.
Okay, so idea. Miami, they could figure it out. They did not pay Dalvin, right? And to your point, Dalvin had great year last year.
Consistently great.
And the year before that, and the year before that. Not saying Jonathan Taylor doesn't have the chance to be great. He does.
Yeah, he does. Can do that.
2 years ago, he was offensive MVP. Last year, though, cannot stress this enough, missed 6 games, had 4 rushing touchdowns. Like, they put the stats up finally on ESPN today. This is the first time I've seen them put up last year's stats. They've been going off of 2 years ago, highlights 2 years ago, highlights 2 years ago. And they're like saying, the Colts, why aren't you paying this fucking guy? Why don't you pay this fucking guy? And then they finally put up last year's stats. He had like 800-some yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. And then you look at like Josh Jacobs, Saquon, Dalvin,
Pollard,
all these people that are in there, his numbers, if you're just going by stats, look by far the fucking worst. And I feel like Jim Irsay and Chris Ballard at some point probably said, like, hey, we're not going to negotiate with you off your worst year that you will probably ever have. We're about to have a brand new offense. Let's see how you fit in this offense. Let's also figure out where we're going here. And Jim Irsay's like, I fucking pay pretty much everybody. If I feel like you're a good Colt, we'll make this happen. And he says, cool, April, I'm playing my contract out doing that. Then the whole running back thing happens, gets a new agent, and now all of a sudden we're out, we're figuring it out. So I guess he's hoping that people remember him from 2 years ago, which I think Colts fans still think he has that very much in him. But like the whole scene business-wise in Indy, I don't think it was ever going to work out. And I don't think I guess seemingly there's no way to get it back to being good either with where we are right now.
Yeah, see, that's what I assumed when I first saw this, like with Irsay reversing course, is like they've come to the realization, like, okay, this is unsalvageable. Like we're not gonna reach a happy medium with this guy. So
he traveled to Philly. He's getting Delisandre.
But it's the same thing, like the body language and everything, and the hoodie up and like the sunglasses on. So it's just like, hey, we can either trade this guy, someone will give us what we want, or the ball's in our court. Like he's gonna play on his contract.
We'll see what happens. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who just 9 years ago shaved his eyebrows for $50.
That's right.
Awesome.
Now he's flying on private planes
What?
with the title as the Bantamweight Champion of the World with a second-round knockout on Sunday morning in Boston.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, your UFC face, your UFC Bantamweight Champion, your hero, Sugar Sean O'Malley. Yep, love that. Love everything about it. I appreciate you joining us, pal. You look very comfortable over there.
Just fucking relaxing, baby. Enjoying life.
What are we smoking on over there?
Smell me.
Just some medicine. You know, I'm a little sore.
Yeah.
So we're just enjoying life. How you boys doing?
Hey, we're good now. I mean, you're the fucking Bantamweight Champion of the world. Everybody's feeling good, Sean.
Damn right, baby.
Those hundos come from knockout of the night, from your payday, from your bonus. What are those from? Twitch streams?
I forget which ones these ones are from. I have so many revenue streams that I just fucking forget.
Probably a merch deal. Maybe that Happy Dad deal. You know, could be absolutely anything. Hey, let's dive into it.
It really could be.
Let's dive into it. UFC, first time ever. As soon as you knock that dude out, they put it out on Twitter, YouTube, literally every single social media platform, full knockout. Dana White and UFC are saying, hey, world, this is our star. Did you know that was going to take place? And how do you feel about it on the other side of it now? We're talking hundreds of millions of views now.
Oh, yeah.
Sean, hundreds of millions of views everywhere.
Yeah, it's a dream come true. It's wild. It played out perfect. I mean, when I close my eyes at night, fight week, and I try to picture what would a perfect scenario be. You know, that was pretty much perfect. You know, got out of there untouched, got out of there with no injuries, and put his lights out. So it literally went as perfect as it could have been.
I heard you talking to Bradley Martin, I believe, off air, about you had some muscle, which is probably what you're soaking right now, if I had to guess. A little, a little muscle thing here. And you were talking about how, you know, you haven't been able to grapple for like 5 weeks going into that fight. He obviously was a grappler. And then you go on to say, if I get past the first round, I think I'm knocking him out. And then you even had like training videos that they've been cutting of you doing the exact like Conor McGregor Aldo. How'd you know? How did you know? And was there any worry whenever you're walking to that thing about it? And when you see him in the cage across from him, it's like, fuck, those 5 weeks are going to come back and bite me in the ass. Was there ever that thought at all?
I definitely had to battle a lot more mental demons this fight camp. It was 6 weeks to the day pretty much when I had hurt my rib, had that little muscle injury. And so it was 6 weeks, no grappling. You know, the 6 weeks before that, though, I had really good grappling, really good training, really good sparring. So I just had to go off of those 6 weeks. I know what I'm capable of doing. And so, yeah, it was a little frustrating. It was kind of hard to deal with. I had to make sure mentally I was sharp. And I knew for a fact, and I knew I was capable of it, if I keep this fight on the feet, if I can frustrate him. I told John Anik before the fight, in the fighter meeting, I said, the first round might be a little boring. I'm going to go in there, try to frustrate him, to make him make a mistake first. And that's exactly what happened. The first round, not too exciting, but I didn't get taken down. A lot of people, the judges, said I lost that round, but that was a huge fucking win for me to not get taken down in the first round. Second round, obviously, put his lights out, and fucking beautiful.
It was. It was absolutely glorious to watch. Now, I didn't stay up. I apologize. I tried. You know what I mean? I absolutely tried my best. But the card was a little boring. going into your fight.
Super boring.
Okay.
Super boring.
Are you watching that backstage and you're like, these fucking people deserve a little something here? Not that you never don't think like that, but you notice that as the night's going, I assume?
I just looked at the card from, before the fights happened. I'm like, Cheeto versus Pedro, probably boring. I heard it was. Ian Gary, Neil Magny, I thought that one was going to be exciting. I thought Ian, could finish him, but he couldn't. Mario Batista, my buddy Mario, got the job done. He fought someone, so that was, if it's the boys, it's fucking, it's a different feeling. So Mario got the job done, and then the co-main event, the girl fight lingered on a little too long. So yeah, not a great card. Still the biggest bantamweight fight in history.
Hell yeah.
Thanks to yours truly. And so still, exactly. I had to go out there and put on an extra performance from the lackluster performances put on before.
Well, and that's why you're a hero. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. People aren't going to talk about it, but those Bostonians are going to remember that for the rest of their lives.
Big time.
Actually, this guy's from Boston. He said his friends are like, you're now their fighter forever. You're Irish as shit, obviously. And in Boston, you become the champion. They're going to claim you. Boston's going to be in love with you forever. I don't know if you felt that or not over there.
68.8% Irish, to be exact there, Pat. Yeah, it was, I definitely felt it. Boston closed down at 2, but the streets were packed. The streets were pumping. And everywhere I went was just a shit show, and I loved it. People banging on the doors of the Sprinter van everywhere we went. It was the first big fight that felt like, holy shit, I am what I say I am. I'm a superstar.
Look at you right now. You're ashing in the tub. You got the fucking title right behind you.
Don't even care. Yeah. I'm only wearing 2 chains too, so I'm still being humble. I'm not wearing a watch today. I might not even take the Lambo out for a spin. I'm gonna try to stay humble.
Yeah, hop in the Toyota today. Drive the Honda around. Yeah, you might have to just remind yourself where you came from. And on the flip side, let's think about where you're headed. Because immediately after the fight, you just mentioned it again. You said, did Cheeto win tonight? How was the fight? Probably boring. All right, I guess I'll fight his bitch ass in December in T-Mobile in Vegas. Then I saw Conor McGregor say, hey, I think I'm ready to fight in December. And I saw you comment on that. Now that you're the champ, you're getting back-end points on that thing. Are we making a super card in December? Is that how you're seeing this thing come together?
I'm really hoping so. Connor messaged me on Instagram for the first time yesterday. He said, baby, we did it. And I said, we sure fucking did. I said, you main eventing in December. I'm co-main eventing. He said, all he replied was, shot Kala. So I don't know what that means, but I feel like I kind of do. So I'm hoping that's a yes in fucking Irish.
Yeah, that was Did you send a slancha back? Yeah. I mean, that's the only Irish that I fully understand. That would be mega. Dana. Have you heard from Dana at all about the December fight? Have you chatted since becoming champion, or is this something that'll happen later down the road?
I talked to them right after the fight, just on the phone. They were on a fucking jet to another city already. I just briefly talked to them on the phone, and I just have to get this rib injury. My rib injury is definitely was sore. I don't know if he kicked me in the body, or if it was literally just from those brief wrestling exchanges. So I really got to give this a couple weeks, 2, 3, 4 weeks maybe, of just staying off it, which sucks because I'm ready to fucking get back to work already. But I know the more I stay off it, the healthier I can let my body come, and December's could be realistic if my body's ready to go.
You're a fighting champion, Hell yeah. That's why we love you. You guys blue collar champion. What do you want from him? I felt like your pace around the ring afterwards, sick. Mm-hmm. That felt good? You felt like a fucking...
Yeah, I felt good. I mean, I kind of like the walk-off celebration. I've been doing it for a while, knocking people out, piecing out like that shit was easy. And that's kind of what Tim and I were talking about. He's like, hey, you go out there and fucking finish this, dude. Just walk off. And I was like, oh, I will. And it was the biggest sense of relief of all fucking time. It was just like, I knew beating, it's not like I went out there and beat someone who sucks. That's what it was like. I beat the best bantamweight of all time. The fight before that, I beat Peter Yan. And it's just crazy because my whole career, everyone's like, you don't fight anyone tough. You're not good. You're not beating anyone good. I'm coming off a win over Peter Yan and Aljamain Sterling. But the haters are still out there, but that's to be expected.
Haters can see you walk on water and they say it's because you can't swim, bro. They're always going to find something, but now you're the champ. Who gives a shit? Tim, your trainer, you guys have been together forever, right?
Yeah, we've been. I'm 28 now. I moved to Phoenix when I was 19, so damn near 10 years.
Hey, I bet you he had a moment, right? You guys had a moment after the fight, I assume, where it was like, "Hey, look at us, huh?
Yeah.
You were shaving your eyebrows.
Yeah,
You did it.
You were shaving your eyebrows for $50. Now we're the fight." Was there a moment between you and Timbo, and how was the pod?
Yeah. The podcast was super fucking fun. It was crazy because the Sunday before we left, we were like, damn, it's crazy. It's going to be 7 days from now. We're going to be back in Arizona with the belt on the desk. And it was just like, how the fuck did that happen? So perfect. But yeah, after the fight, we got back to the hotel around like 3:30. We both had our girls come over, had the team come over, ordered some pizzas, and we kind of, let it sink in, rewatch it. Yeah, like you said, the UFC posted the whole second round on YouTube. That's unheard of. So we were watching it like 4 or 5 times back. That little wrestling sequence. And it was whoever made a mistake first. I actually made the first mistake. I threw a kick and fell on my butt. I'm so goddamn fast sometimes that I fucking, I fall. I'm too fast for my own good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, your brain.
And, your feet too. So I fell, and he got me exactly where he wanted me, up against the cage in a single leg. Ideally, he'd rather have me in a double leg. But I just had a perfect wrestling sequence, and it proved that I could wrestle. A lot of people literally thought if he grabbed me, it was over. I've been training for a long time with really fucking good guys. I think it throws them off that I act like this. I'm sitting in a bathtub, fucking drinking a Happy Dad. And people just don't think I train.
No, yeah. Well, listen, everybody does things differently, and what you've done is just win all the time, including right now. This is probably the best setup we've ever had for somebody that's on the show. So you just win everything, dude. Some people will never be able to understand that as a whole. Whenever his face opened up after his left, you see that? Or in your head, you're like, oh, this is exactly.
Yeah.
This is exactly.
Night.
This is exactly what we thought. Is there that moment? Because right here, you grab and then you're like, oh shit, here it is. Boom. This is what I thought and told everybody was going to happen. Did you have that moment of clarification as his face opened up there?
Not in the moment. I feel like I always have this conversation with myself before I walk out, and it's just like I kind of just follow my breath and tell myself I'm just gonna let all the hard work take over. I call it my higher self. I'm gonna let my higher self take over. I've done everything I've needed to do. There's no longer a need for the thinking mind to be in the octagon. I'm gonna go in there, and whatever happens, happens. So when I'm actually in the octagon, I don't really remember much because I feel like I'm not necessarily there.
I love that. Much smaller level because I'm not like in there getting punched in the face or whatever. But my first ever long snapper in the NFL, he was a veteran, around a long time, like 12 years or whatever. The punter that was there before me was like 12 years or whatever. So I go on the field for the first time. He's like, hey, where was that snap at? I'm like, bro, I have no fucking idea. He was like, well, what happened? I'm like, dude, how can we watch the... Yeah. I have no idea. I blacked out every time I went out there. I think that's a good thing. That's called like the zone, I think.
Yeah, well, I think there's two. That sounds like the zone, but I think blacking out and in the zone there is a fine line, but there's two different things. Blacking out, I feel like you don't remember what's happening, but you're also not you're not being your best self. And then you're in the zone is like where you're not necessarily there, but you're doing everything right. So, but yeah, I think there's a fine line between blacking out and in the zone because a lot of people think they're gonna black out and just fucking win fights, and I think you gotta fucking be in the zone.
Song selection was dope.
Oh yeah,
superstar, baby. I walked out with that one against Peter Yan in Abu Dhabi too, and it was fucking sweet. But it was just in Abu Dhabi, and it didn't. Those guys. I don't think they really listen to that kind of music. But yeah, it fucking hit. that shit hit hard in Boston for sure.
Guy from Boston has a question for you. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Sean, from everybody in Boston I know who went to the fight and all the people watching at home, thank you for making it entertaining because start to finish, Lupe to KO, it was awesome. It was the entire fight. But I don't think I've ever seen this happen. It was right before the start of the second round, and you might have been in the zone at this point. Definitely were, actually. But I believe the ref came over and told your trainer, Tim, that he couldn't be barking at Sterling or something. What did he say? And was that what was going on or no?
Yeah, that's not the first time Tim's been told by a ref to shut the fuck up. It's a fight. He's yelling at them, trying to, maybe he takes a moment of their thinking time and distracts them a bit. But I think he was yelling like the knee's coming, or he's about to kick. He was just yelling shit. And I don't know if that's in the rule books that you're not allowed to do that. I mean, the ref told him to stop, but I don't know if don't know if it's necessarily illegal.
You guys are getting screwed out there.
Yeah, what the hell?
I didn't even know you were battling.
I mean, yeah.
I didn't know they're breaking the rules to stop you, slow you down. Tim's a massive weapon.
Yeah,
we got one of the best shit talkers in the entire sport right here. We're going to muffle this guy?
Right.
What are we doing, Dana? What are we doing?
Give him a mic.
Yeah, I'd like to see the rule book of that, but I don't think he's breaking any rules. But it's funny because I do, looking back, I can kind of randomly remember Tim just yelling shit. It's funny.
Is it all purposeful, though? Yeah, he's trying to get in the head of old Aljo there. The knee's coming. The knee's coming. Look out, we're coming near out of the corner.
Yeah.
The corner.
Watch out.
I was doing 1-2 and then a knee. Good luck. Good luck. Let's go. That is. Pac-Man has a question for you, Sean.
Sean, I'm big in mental health. My first thing is, do you like sativa or indica? And second question is, how's your mental recovery after these fights? It looked like you just fucking relaxing right there.
Yeah, I'm not too picky on a sativa or indica, depending on what we're doing. But as long as it's sort of organic quality strain, that's kind of what I like. Is just like a good quality, no pesticide bullshit fucking strain, just a good organic quality one. And then mentally, yeah, it's a lot. I've binge watched every fucking YouTube video, every fight reaction, every video that the Sugar Show UFC 292 has hashtagged on the internet. I have seen. So I've been very stimulated watching myself. I'm trying to get sick of watching myself, but it hasn't happened yet. But yeah, mentally, it's definitely, I have to, there's times in the day where I have to put my phone down and just go walk around outside and just kind of chill out and try not to be stimulated. It's just so exciting. It's fucking wild. I've rewatched all the pros picks, and it was like 32 pros picked me to lose and 2 people picked me to win. And I just watch them and fucking giggle when they say, oh, Aljo, easy, submission, round 1. What is he going to, it was easy. And everyone was just so positive that I was going to lose. So watching those, sometimes I watch them on replay. I watched Henry Cejudo react to me winning. Holy shit, I've never seen someone so fucking scared. He was so mad that I won because he's like, now I have to pretend to talk shit on Twitter and act like I want that fight. He's 5'3". My belt's taller than him. It's like, you don't want that fucking fight. What are you gonna do? Take me down? No. So it's that was a good one. I rewatched that one a few times.
Henry,
Henry.
Good for mental health, obviously.
Yeah.
You're helping Sean's post-fight recovery here. I also saw you quote tweet a lot of people that had some doubt. I love that you're that petty.
Yep.
I love that our champion is that petty. I enjoy the hell out of that. That's what makes you, I assume.
It's just, surfing Twitter. I'll call it X. I'm trying to move over to that. Surfing X.
Sorry.
Was just so fucking fun. Me and Tim both just being petty as fuck. I've been saying I'm going to be champ. I've been saying I'm going to be one of the biggest superstars in the UFC for a long time. And I got so much hate. You're a wannabe Connor. You don't fight anyone. So all the hate just made Surfing X a lot more fun.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, pal. Those are good days.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people get those days.
No.
Yeah, I'm happy you got to have that time of scanning X, letting everybody know that, the Chomp is here, and you can suck the Chomp's dick.
Yep.
That's right.
Yeah, I love that.
You
Ty
sure fucking can.
Yeah, you're goddamn right. Speaking of Sunday, shout out Instagram story. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Sean, I'm not sure if you know, because you are the newly crowned champion here, but like, how much say do you have in matchmaking for like your future like title contenders? Like, can you go to Dana, do you know, and be like, no, I want this fucking guy? Like, because we know like the UFC, they love doing like the rematch and then trying to maybe set up like a trilogy series and all that kind of stuff, but how hands-on can you be in saying, like, no, I want this fucking guy? Or is it the kind of thing where you'll just let him come to you with whoever it is and you'll serve him up whenever that happens?
I'd like to think I have full control of it, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. UFC is a fucking business. They're a money-making business. They want to do big business. So what does big business? Me going out there and knocking someone else out. So, ideally I can, who's the biggest fight for me? And, I think that's Cheeto, and it could be Henry. Cheeto's acting way too like he deserved a title shot after beating Pedro. I beat Pedro in the second round. He went to a boring decision with him. So he's been acting up a little much. So I might pick Henry, but then again, Henry's just acting up a little bit too much too. I need these guys to be a little bit more respectful, get down on their knees, bow down and say, hey, will you please fight me? So if that doesn't change, I might not even fight in December. I might just stay champ and just fight some other time if these guys act like that.
Hey, these people, you want a shot at the king, man? All right, you guys better be a little bit more respectful with the way you're handling this whole thing.
Bravo.
Exactly.
There's no sheriff in the bantamweight town. There's a new sheriff in town.
There's a new king of the UFC is what I'm like to see. I mean, Connor's still the fucking ultimate king, and I still got some work to pass him, but I believe I'm right there at number 2.
God, that card in December, if you both were on it,
sir,
so much money.
Yeah.
So.
Break records.
Pay-per-view points for the king.
Yep.
Pay-per-view points for the king. Last question here for you, Sugar. We know you got a big day of, just being the champ.
Yep, crushing.
Yeah, it's not easy. I know it's not easy. Go ahead.
It's the only thing I have scheduled today for you. Only thing I scheduled.
Really?
Only thing. Yeah, I'm not doing shit today. I might hit a little. There's a light workout, sweat, a little bit, but nothing crazy.
Hey, we appreciate that. You're a good man.
Of course.
Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, Sugar. When you caught him with the right there and he fell on his back, you kind of like hesitated for a second. Did you think you knocked him out with the one, and then when you realized he was still awake and he's on his back, is that just like
early stoppage? I heard.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, they saved his life. What are your thoughts when he's on his back? Just get as many punches in as you can.
Yeah, again, it's kind of a weird space that I'm not really thinking. Looking back at it, kind of guessing what I was thinking. I landed that right hand, and I've knocked enough people out that I know when they're fucking out. And I knew he wasn't, but I knew he was very, very hurt. If I would have dropped him and I didn't think he was that hurt, I would have followed up on the ground right there because of how good he is, even off his back. Ideally he wants to be on top, but that dude can grapple off his back. He's a black belt grappler, so he's very good everywhere. I knew I had him hurt enough to where I could start hammer fisting him. My left side of my hand is very sore from bouncing it off of his head like 17 times, like boom, 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 boom,
bang,
boom. Just doing that, and my fucking hand is a little sore.
Hey, it was an early stoppage. I saw some people saying on the internet. You know that.
Yeah, I saw some. It's no one that wanted me to win saying it was an early stoppage. It was mostly people that wanted me to lose. The same with the people that said I didn't beat Peter Yan were the same people that didn't want me to beat Peter Yan. I could go out there and kill someone, and they would say, "Yeah, but he could have resurrected or something." You know what I mean? So.
You're the best, dude. Congrats, champ. You've earned this. Yep. Okay, you've earned this. I assume at some moment you'll look in the mirror, and you might have already done this and said, hey, a lot of hard work has been put in to get to this moment. And I talked about you shaving your eyebrows for $50 in 2014, not just because you're willing to do that, but because that's where you were not even a decade ago. Now you got, probably $100,000 around you, $200,000 around you with a title, you should enjoy this, man. You've earned every single step of the way here, pal.
Yeah, thank you. That shaving the eyebrows was all Tim. He's like, he still to this day tries to get all of our buddies to make bets. And my dumbass didn't even make a bet. He just said, I'll give you $50 if you shave your eyebrows. And I was like, damn, I could pay for the Wi-Fi bill for 2 months if we split it 50-50. So I was like, hell yeah, I'll do that. I didn't have a job, so $50, I was like.
From jobless and eyebrowless to the champion of the fucking world. Enjoy it all, pal. We appreciate you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, your UFC bantamweight champion of the world, House and Happy Dad in a bath around his hundos, Sugar Sean O'Malley. Yeah! Cheers, buddy. Cheers, pal. Cheers. Yeah, hell yeah. You know, in that hot tub there, you smoke a little bit, drink a little bit.
What?
Get you going a little
bit.
bit.
Feel pretty good.
You say you might get a little workout in, sweat a little bit. What a dog, bro. Dana White's lucky as fuck that guy's in the UFC.
Yeah, absolutely. And that if it was McGregor, Chandler, and Sugar Sean versus anybody,
whoever,
who cares? That would be unbelievable.
That'd be a great card. They should save that for Super Bowl.
And not a bad idea.
And maybe throw in, John Jones and Stipe.
Ooh. And Elon and Zuck.
Elon and Zuck.
Elon, Zuck.
In the sphere.
Yeah, do that whole thing.
Yeah.
Do that Super Bowl weekend.
And Brock versus somebody.
Billy Butterbean.
I do wonder if you're ever going to be able to get Brock back into a fight camp.
That'd be awesome if you could.
At this stage of life.
I don't even care. He doesn't need one.
Seems like he's enjoying what he's doing now.
Top 3 WWE human of all time. He's been on a marquee for like 22 years.
So long.
And he's still
stropped.
Properly
jocked.
Very successful.
Yeah. Let's just bring someone else from the WWE over. No fight camps. So just put him in there.
You know who?
Yep. Jow.
No,
right?
No.
Who?
That's not who.
Who?
Who
That's
are you
not his name.
Who are you talking about?
Cena.
Okay. No, I don't think John Cena's the right guy.
I don't know. Why not? He knows all the.
I think Corbin. You should throw Corbin in the cage. Just let him throw some big rights.
Yeah, that would be sweet.
He's a Gold Gloves guy,
If they
right?
take him down too, I mean, he might get him on, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
He might be able to do
Could
that.
do the big man versus small man. Throw Otis in there.
That's what everybody was thinking. Otis would be a tough. Now he's
fucking
fighting
love
though.
that
Otis
man.
would be fighting John Jones.
Yes.
He would be.
Yeah, that would be the only issue.
Also, I don't
Be a
think
great match.
I don't think you can fight in the octagon. You have to make weight in 265. I think is what heavy. I don't know if Otis is cutting down to 265.
You have to get down to 265. There's
Can't
no
be
like.
over 265.
Well, I mean, they can. You have to weigh in at 265. Yeah,
Well, I don't know if
It would
you
have to
get
be a
down to
non-sanctioned.
it would have to be a non-sanctioned bout.
non-weight class.
Yep.
I'd watch anything Otis was involved in.
I agree. Have you been watching Raw?
Monday?
Let's get to a break. You're a bad guy.
Mondays, you said?
Boy.
Monday Night Raw has been the way it's been
No,
for a long time.
Monday Night Football. I've been watching Monday Night Football.
There's a lot of conversation and chatter happening about WWE right now. I believe they are in television negotiations.
Saw some pretty cool. Oh, with the business side of it, I saw some storyline stuff too that they might be just some theories on what they could do.
Who?
With actually Cena coming back, and then the LA Knight versus the Miz right now. It would be Cena and LA Knight versus the Miz and whoever Cena.
Austin Theory?
Yeah, I think that's who it was. Yeah.
Oh, wow. The Miz and Austin Theory, huh?
Oh.
Yeah.
Beat both of them. No big deal. Pretty terrible guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brutal human beings.
Yeah.
Shit.
Just Miz, bad guy.
Yeah. Miz.
Terrible.
Austin Theory, bad guy.
Awful person.
Adam Cole, bad guy.
Sack of shit.
Rat fuck.
Bad people. All these people. Now, they did have to take care of me, save my life a couple times.
Sure.
Do all that type of stuff. But bad people.
Yeah.
Bad people. Had to make me look a lot better than I actually. Bad people.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Bad people.
Happens.
Browns fan. The Miz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really, though. He moved out of Cleveland as fast as he possibly could.
Smart.
Yeah. So is he even real?
No. It's the Miz.
He's fake.
Everything's a bit.
Yep.
Everything's a gimmick.
Yeah.
He's the Miz.
He's a terrible person, but
His golf thing is just the biggest heel move of all time.
yeah.
I'm going to be the worst golfer here, the slowest golfer here, and the loudest golfer here.
Yep.
What are you trying to be, the most heel golfer of all time? I'm the Miz.
Yeah. He's got the most heel caddy too.
Everybody here is going to hate you. Job well done.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking
That's
for.
what I'm trying
Check.
to do.
Where's the target? That is what I'm aiming for. Yeah, his caddy, that guy. I'm sure he's he's not a nice guy.
Well, did he know he was supposed to be taking the clubs out for him, or was that just something that he didn't know came with the job?
I mean, forget that. That is just, I understand that's a part of it. Him allowing and being a part of the Miz's conversations
Sure.
about hitting a draw for a bogey from 150 yards out, having to hole it for this hole to count. and this guy partaking in the conversation, that guy should have immediately got kicked off the fucking course.
Would have been nice.
Like immediately. He's a nice guy. I think he had good energy. But by like hole 5, I was like, you're the problem.
Yeah.
The Miz is also a part of the problem, but you're
enabling.
Yeah.
You're a part of this. I'm playing like shit. But do you what me and Foxy are doing? We're bowing out gracefully.
We're keeping it moving.
We're getting out of everybody's fucking way.
It was unbelievable.
Club ball swing.
The best was he
There it
did.
is.
Yep.
The Miz did have a birdie, and he had a celebration that lasted at least 2 minutes.
AJ's in the middle of like the round of his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got the Miz in this guy.
Tearing up the green.
I get that though, because when you're doubling, 36 to like 48 holes in a row,
Sure.
if you get a birdie, those aren't growing on trees, so you got to go fucking ape shit when you do grab one.
I agree. That caddy though needs to shut the fuck up next year.
They had a sweet house.
They did.
Yeah.
He's probably a good guy.
I'm sure he is.
Definitely. Maybe.
Why are we talking about the Miz? Fuck the Miz. Actually, we love the Miz. No, we hate the Miz.
No, we hate
him.
The Miz is a bad guy.
Terrible guy.
Love to hate him.
Loved. Look at this guy. It's a great morning for some golf.
That shit-eating smirk.
He loves it, dude. He
Yeah.
golfs like every day. I don't know how.
Lessons.
He might be mentally tougher than anybody.
Yeah.
Well,
Just divot after divot after duff after duff after high score after high score after missed putt after this. And he's like, tomorrow morning, can't wait to get back out there on the range and do it again.
couldn't do it.
He looked good though.
He does. He dresses the part.
He does.
You should see him address the ball.
Yeah.
Even the conversations that he's having before the golf shot.
Oh, yeah.
He sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
That first time we played with him, I thought he was actually good at golf. Like, I was like, oh, shit, he looks like he's really good at this thing. And then we got out there.
He was on the range 45 minutes before us.
Yep. Had the best outfit.
Here's him getting introed for the first tee, obviously.
Juiced up.
There's 14 people to our right. 14. Boom.
Boom.
In the woods.
Yep.
That ball's gone. He's celebrating there. Nobody can see it.
Nope. hit a tree, came back.
Classic gimmick. He's the best. He's the fucking best. Way to go, Miz. Way to go. But that
Attaboy,
caddy, though,
Miz.
is a big part of the problem. He's leading Miz astray.
Yeah.
He should be the one telling him, hey, we're not having this conversation right now.
No.
We're 200 yards behind everybody else. He's 6 shots behind. We're also 45 minutes behind pace of play.
Right.
Strictly because of us.
Right.
Hit the fucking ball.
Shut the hell up and hurry up.
What is it? What club should I use? Does it matter? Fucking get your driver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It driver off the deck.
Off the deck.
All right, let's take a break. AJ Hawk will be on the other side. I can't wait for him. We'll also be joined by Steve Mariucci in about an hour or so. Mooch, Coach Mooch, out of NFL Network. How's he feel about the season ahead? Obviously, he has ties to the Niners. Their best player is not even in training camp.
Right.
Nobody seems to care. They'll get the deal done. Will they? Al Capone's bodyguard's grandkid is currently holding out.
Yeah.
And we just assume that that's going to get done peacefully?
Offense looked good.
I hope.
Purdy looks good. Fred Warner looks good.
I think he sit
That's
out.
the other.
One is a monster.
Fred is unbelievable. There was a highlight we just watched. They were showing on TV, and Fred almost batted ball overhead of guy, running
Pick.
back check down.
Bam.
Like preseason game 1. Give me that thing. Unbelievable football.
Yeah, that's a place JT could end up.
The Niners?
San Fran. Yeah.
They just paid Christian McGee up there. They're paying Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, but they can use him in way more ways than, anything. Jonathan Taylor, give him 10 carries behind that O-line with that run.
You're saying at the $4 million mark.
Yes.
He gets
yes,
$1 million.
And
And
nobody,
the
I
first
don't,
round pick.
No one's paying him. That is so far out of my brain.
Someone's gonna.
somebody's going to pay you.
Oh.
24 years old.
That's the only way the trade's going to happen.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to have to be a
I
sign
could see.
and trade.
I could see a sign and extension. Or a sign in this year.
People are saying maybe the Cowboys, I guess it's because they got 20-some million bucks, but if they were to do that, that'd be interesting with Tony Pollard kind of getting the team for the first time. Maybe the Bengals. That's not really their MO to trade away first-round picks.
They Joe Mixon just took a pay cut.
I mean, the
Got a lot of
Bears could
money.
use him.
Panthers
with
maybe,
Fields.
right? Frank Reich?
Yeah.
They signed Miles Sanders in the offseason. But yeah. But they paid a running back.
Look at the Colts. Still, we're in the farthest left with money. Yeah, we'll trade him. Somebody else can fucking pay him.
I mean, I guess the Cardinals.
Can we
maybe.
not just give him $4 million more bucks guaranteed, make this thing $8 million bucks guaranteed, and say we'll see you after the season?
Yeah, that's what I feel like is going to happen with another team. And then he can go to free agency.
That's
or
what
get
I mean, though.
Why can't we just do that?
I don't think that's going to get it done. I think they realize, like, hey, this is over and done with. Like, this guy does not want to play for us, and at this point, like, we don't want him back. Let him look for another. Let some other team deal with him.
I mean, he had a terrible year last year.
No one is giving up a first or the equivalent to a first-round pick.
But this
There's
is bad
no
agent
way.
play, bro. Like, the agent is not doing him any kind of favor right here. We said it earlier. Like, the market is what it is. He's not gonna get over $10 million.
I don't know.
No
how
way.
this works. I don't know how it works. There has to be a deal in there somewhere. You would think there's a deal there somewhere. If you're dealing with reality. Hey, here's the reality of the situation. You're coming off a bad year where we had the number 4 overall pick as a whole. You were the leader, one of the leaders of this team. Our entire culture crumbled.
But I'm quite sure the agent is not telling them that.
No, but I'm just saying, like, the Colts saying, hey, here's this. We know you're only due $4 million next year. You're one of our best players. We don't want you pissed off. We'll double that to $8 million. Make it fully guaranteed. And then we'll negotiate after the season's over. And this is a brand new offense. You might be incredible in this offense, and the deal we negotiate now isn't where it should be. If you go back to your form from 2 years ago, there has to be a deal in there somewhere. But instead, somebody else is going to come in and offer that, and that's going to be acceptable?
Yeah,
I doubt it.
There's no way, because they're not going to give up a second-round pick in a 6 or whatever.
And you got a lot of people saying, well, Jim Irsay said there's no value on a running back, and then now he's saying that he wants a first-round pick. It's like, Jim Irsay never said that. When Jim Irsay never said that? Jim Irsay said that the agents were negotiating in bad faith, trying to rewrite the CBA that took fucking hours and hours and hours and hours of manpower to make. That's all he said. Well, he's not showing value by paying Jonathan Taylor. It's like, Jonathan Taylor's still on a contract. He had his worst year last year. If Jonathan Taylor was Edgerrin fucking James right now, like, if Jonathan Taylor was Josh Jacobs.
Yes.
I think Jim Irsay pays Josh Jacobs.
And we would all say pay
Josh Jacobs.
Yes.
But last year, people just forget about this. It was not good.
No.
The Colts, he's obviously a very talented player. He's 24 years old. He can still be great. But the taste in the mouth in Indianapolis is not good for that year that he had. Missing 6 games with an injury, still injured at this. I don't know, dude. I don't know how a deal gets done. There has to be, though, with the Colts somewhere, a deal, you would think. But then you got posts on X basically saying, I fuck you, no, fuck you, oh, fuck me, okay, we're all gone then.
Go seeking for one, though. He might go out there and realize that, okay, this isn't just the Colts that are saying they're not going to give anybody that much money. Like, maybe that gives him a slap in the face, reality check.
Yeah, that's what I think Chris Ballard's potentially doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, let him go see. Let him go look what's out there. Let him go snoop around.
I think this is Chris's call.
I think Chris had to probably pitch it to Jim because Jim was probably like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Not doing it.
We're not trading him. He doesn't want to play cool. We'll just roll this over another year. We'll see you in 365 days. Same exact situation right now is what we'll do.
Yeah.
And remember, when I die, the NFL will move on. When you're not in the league, NFL will be just fine. So I think Chris probably had to sell him and be like, Jim, can we at least just open their eyes maybe to what to do? Because maybe somebody will go out there and say, hey, we'll pay you this.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, Chris tells Jim, hey, this team's willing to do this. And then maybe Jim's like, well, that ain't going to happen. I'll do this.
Yeah, boom.
So this is good news, I think. He's at practice.
Yeah.
They're fighting. Did he join the fights? Probably not. Didn't have a helmet, though.
Right, exactly.
Let's get a break. AJ Hawk will be on the other side. We'll take some phone calls today, too. 1-833-432-3663. 1-833-4-DONE. Be your friend. Tell a friend something nice. Take 5. Hey, we're going to fucking smoke some.
Hell yeah.
Y'all get it out of your system now because I'm going to annihilate your asses. Just saying.
We can't get lapped. That is hey, Pat, deal? Can't get lapped. Boys, nobody can get lapped.
Let's go.
Team on 3, team on me, 1, 2, 3. Team.
Oh, you're all in trouble.
Actual, you think you'll lap one person, 2 people, how many people?
I say at least one.
Laps one person will donate $25,000 to a charity of his choice. If he laps 2 people, it'll be $50,000 to a charity of your choice. And if you don't lap anybody, it's on you to give $10,000.
Deal.
All right, here we go. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good luck. Hey, boys. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Warm up them tires. Let me warm up them tires. Let me warm up them tires. Man, you are awesome. You are awesome, dude.
You know, there's professionals at things. There's professional walkers, believe it or not. They're in the Olympics. They're speed walkers. They walk better than we do, even though every human knows how to walk. There's professional eaters, okay? Every human on earth eats. They're better than you are at eating somehow. Everybody drives. This motherfucker drives. Thank you so much for coming, Tony.
Yes, sir.
Didn't laugh any of us though. 10 grand, 2 donation, but he definitely smoked us. Hey, that's called getting smoked by smoke. Cheers, NHRA in Indianapolis, Labor Day weekend. It's gonna be a blast. They're going 330 miles an hour. He's going 280 miles an hour. They're racing all day. A lot of boozing, I think, in the crowd. I've been there a couple times, yeah.
Oh, Bill! Oh, Bill, good boy! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no, Bill! Hey!
Why?
Let's go!
This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for it. AJ, you never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it!
What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023. Hour 2 of this program starts now. Football is happening. There's a little bit of a skirmish on the football Twitter accounts happening as we speak. Will be boots on the ground on X to keep everybody updated on who we can trust, who's maybe copying other people. Boston Connor's here. Ty Schmidt is here at the toxic table. One half of the Hammer, Dahn Cowboys, Tone Diggs is here. The other half of the Hammer, Dahn Cowboys, Bubba Gumpino's back there looking fantastic. Gumpy, Lisa Ann seems to be saying hello now that you're back into the United States of America.
Yeah, she was hot to trot yesterday, that's for sure.
How's it been going? A lot of people saying welcome back to America for you.
Far too kind to me, Pat. Everybody, far too kind.
Yesterday was a cool day, man. There's a lot of love being sent on old Bubba Gumpino's day after 446 days of hell.
That one will go down in history, my friend. Probably best day of my life, not gonna lie.
No, it's only going to get better. It's only going to get
next
better.
day, Gumpy.
Today,
Yeah,
gonna be the best day.
Yeah.
You're in the Hawk House this morning.
Always am.
Gumpy's been legit.
True.
Gumpy has been in the Hawk House every single day. He's been in the Thunderdome, which is better than we can say for a lot of people.
I was there.
Tony even dressed up like he was going to do the gym.
Tone was ready to work.
I respect it.
He had the Coach Diggs, Coach tights with the shorts on,
Crocs.
with like a loose shirt on. Tone comes walking through the gym. I'm like, holy shit, today's the day. Tone's going to be joining us. We love whenever somebody comes and joins us.
Love it.
Love it. Now we know Ty with the baby, probably no shot of that ever happening. And there's others that haven't really dabbled. But Tone Diggs today gave us the biggest and then walked right out. Then he goes and takes a shower, gets changed. And it was this clothes. It's like, oh, you literally just wore like pre-show clothes. It wasn't to work out in.
Same exact thing yesterday. I come in there and I assess the situation. Every machine's taken. There's nowhere to go. So
This
I,
is in a
That's
public
not
gym.
true.
You know us.
Oh, is it
Don't
not?
blame
That's
us,
not
Tony.
true.
Don't point the
Come
finger
on,
at
Tom.
us for this.
You're on the lifty. Connor's on the fucking other thing.
the
treadmill.
lifty was
Foxy's
free when
right
you
next
walked
to
in
him.
there.
Nick,
Yeah, the lifty was free when you were. I was already done.
No, you're right.
Oh, yeah,
No, I was done.
Yeah.
I was working on these.
No, you're
I was
right.
working on these. These.
You guys like to
on
tell
this.
your stories and paint it how you want to paint it.
No,
No,
we were on the
everybody
cables.
saw the story
we were on
one
the
way.
cables.
I am disappointed, Tone. I just want to let you know, when I seen you dressed the way you dress, I'm like, this guy's never seen in public like this. This must be workout gear.
Yeah.
I got so excited. Like so happy, so pumped. It was going to remind me of high school football days.
Sure.
You know, me and Tone both getting better together here in the Hawk House.
Everyone's doing it.
And then he just turned his ass to us. Then he crop dusted us and just walked right on out of there. Hey, breathe this while you're on the elliptical. That's what you did
I tried.
to all of us.
I tried. You guys wouldn't let me.
Was Bill in there carrying
Yes.
his bags of sand around?
He was. I didn't want to get
Him
any
and
of
Tim
that.
McAfee, yeah, they're getting ready for
I didn't want to get any of that.
fucking
Stairmaster
boots on the
was
ground
wide
in
open.
Kazakhstan.
Oh yeah, because that's the thing I want to do.
I'll get out of your way. If you need any equipment in there, let me know, Tony. I'll gladly let you in there.
Thanks,
fella.
Lad.
Thank you, Gump. That's what I'm talking about. That's what the United States needs more of. They're trying to keep that guy out.
Exactly.
Gump has slated himself as the mayor of the Hawk House.
There has been a lot of talking and moving.
It's
for Gump.
awesome,
Not
yeah.
a lot of moving and weights, but a lot of talking and grooving.
We needed someone like that in the Hawk House, though.
Right, that was something we needed. We needed an added distraction.
Yeah, needed a mayor.
Yeah, we certainly did.
Nothing wrong with bouncing around in the AM.
I'll tell you what, he's been doing these shoulder things.
Uh-huh.
I fucking love it. I can already see Gump
Oh, yeah.
starting to build
Strap.
up.
Yo.
Hey, he's a hairy bastard, though. Did we know that?
yeah.
Oh,
That's
my
disgusting.
God.
Dude, I was looking at his arm. This motherfucker's a grizzly bear.
Used to use a lot of Nair back in the day.
Bro, I'm
Big
looking at
Nair
his
guy.
arm. I'm like, is he ripped at all? I was like, I don't know, bro. Can we get through your fucking hand? Is there a fucking, you got a tricep back? Let me see it. Looks like there's a horseshoe there.
Oh, no,
I did not know that. The beard is on his fucking arm.
Oh, yeah.
It's tough. It's a tough scene.
It's awesome, bro. 14-year NFL icon Pac-Man Jones is here.
Wait, back.
Packy's the Hawk House, different time. He has his own workout group. He does get after it in there, and we appreciate him. And that Hawk House is named after a man who's a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, a Ryder Cup winner, a COVID survivor, a father of 10, and the man who's the current president of the state of Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron James Hawk. What's up, A to the J?
So, what are you trying to say? You trying to say Gump is like the social director in there? He's not moving any weights. What are you doing?
He is moving weights, but in between weights, we are certainly. I like that he's
That's
building.
what you guys said.
Yeah, well, the boys were trying to take. I seen him moving weights.
Me too. I wasn't saying it as a negative thing. I was saying it's like he's the one that's trying to recruit people into the Hawk House because he's the mayor.
He is. He uses the cables, which you remember because you set this place up, right? Yeah, you thought it through. The cables are right from the entrance of the locker room.
Yes.
So he's standing like right in front of everybody that's rolling out of the locker room, and Gump's like, hey, Paul, how about it? Paul?
He's just welcoming everybody. That's good. You need somebody like that.
Yes. Yeah, we thought we had Tone this morning, for instance, because he was dressed like a guy who's maybe going to work out. And then he had a good conversation with Gumpy.
Uh-huh.
And then we had a good, and then he just out of there. Nothing. Not getting better today. Fuck off. See ya. That's what he said to us. It was unbelievable.
Did Tone grab some of Bill's sandbags that may or may not be filled with dead bodies?
Yeah, I didn't want to get any of that.
Bone fragments.
That's a
You
great.
get a workout outside, maybe.
Accessory to the crime.
You should see. I forget what it was when I found out that we had those bags. I think 2 weeks ago I came in here and Tim McAfee was strapping that thing. I was loading up the bench, I think, and I like sat up and I'm like, oh my God. And I see Tim McAfee, jeans on, beater, tucked into his pants.
There's a baby holder, right?
Yeah, the whole thing. And then he's picking up this sandbag. He's putting it on his shoulders. And then he just walked out of the Hawk House. He started doing laps around this gym floor. Just did like 15 laps. And then he came back in and put it down. I'm like, this guy is always in boot camp. What the fuck happened? G.I. Tim is getting after it. And then a couple minutes later, Bill straps that fucker on his back. He's like, we're fucking squatting right in front of me. I'm like, God damn, we just joined the Marines here. You know what I mean?
Well, and-
we got the entire military in the Hawk House right now. It's a beautiful thing. It really is.
Well, and it wouldn't affect everyone as much, but right before Tim did it, he told you to put it on, proud to be an American. So all of a sudden the music is kind of being taken over by Tim as he's running around the gym floor.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Honestly, the Hawk House is quite a vibe. You need one of those.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You need that. That's why you working out every morning all by yourself in your basement. I understand that. I used to work out alone all the time. I prefer working out alone. I used to, at least. The conversations in this Hawk House. You forget about the accountability whenever somebody else is there. You know what I mean? Like if I show up later than Foxy and Connor's already here or Gumpy's already here and they're already working out, like I feel like a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm thinking about that in the morning. I haven't had that in a long time. We have gotten better as a human.
Yeah.
I have gotten better as a human because of the Hawk House. So I appreciate what you built over here without even knowing it, without even thinking about it, without even being involved in it at all. Your namesake is awesome over here, AJ.
I'm glad you guys are using it. Obviously, I would have. We could make that whole place a weight room if you wanted to. I had ideas for pull-up bars throughout different hallways, all kinds of stuff. I talked to Tim about it. We might do it still.
Well, I mean,
maybe sand pit. We'll get a sand pit right in the middle there somewhere. Maybe up.
See, you're doing too much.
Think of the agility you could do in there. You know how tired you get working in a sand pit.
What is it with these guys in sand?
Who's cleaning it up? We got
Who's these guys?
We just put the 2 par 3 holes out back. Tiny greens.
small.
Greens are smaller.
Going to make you better. Make you better.
Greens are smaller than this fucking putting green we got in front of the office here.
Smaller than this space right in between us.
100 yards out, 75 yards out. It's going to be tough to hit. We've hit it a couple times now. I think next Wednesday morning, we're going to set up some cameras out there. We're going to do a hole-in-one challenge where we're just going to go live for an hour straight, and we're just going to hit as many balls as possible and try to hit a hole-in-one out there. And then obviously we'll donate it. It's going to be tough, but like, somebody, you putting sand traps out there around the green? It's like, who the fuck is cleaning up the sand?
Why would we do that?
Are you guys covering it? What are we?
Yeah, you're gonna break the sand and keep the weeds out and do that, and then also you want to climb in there and get sand all in your shoes and stuff, hitting 30 balls.
You wanted that in our gym. You literally just.
Well, no. If we're gonna work out, you're gonna shower afterwards. So I don't care. Today's a sand workout. We know we're showering.
We went outside yesterday to hit some balls.
I saw a video. You looked like you were glistening. You looked a little bit like you did in Tahoe when you were watching me work out that one time.
Dude, yeah, I run hot. Everybody knows I run hot or whatever. But like yesterday was thick, bro. We walked outside. The entire club got wet.
Yeah.
Like the shaft, because it was in here, so it was chill. And we walk outside, the shaft and the grip wet immediately. And then I walk out and I start sweating like immediately. I'm sick. Like I think I'm sick. I think there's something wrong with my inner body.
Too hot. Yeah.
And then I'm dripping, and everybody's doing it. It was like, God damn, worst day for us to get these par threes.
Yeah.
Because have to use it, but also might die out there. Is this normal?
It's going to be like that all week, and I think we're in record high territory.
Dog
this year.
days of August.
Yeah.
It's going to be bad.
Yep.
Training camps out there everywhere.
Oh my God.
These high school kids, because obviously, now that the Bengals have an indoor facility, you're assuming that NFL teams have a way to play in a controlled environment.
Yeah.
Colleges too, most of them, you would assume. High school kids is who you got to worry about right now. Their training camps are all over there right now.
All over.
Yeah.
They practicing in the evening too. So
Well,
it's a
yeah,
little bit cooler.
just regular practice. Like I know Iowa, like their first
After school.
Yeah, like Friday. Yeah, exactly. Friday night, they'll have their first game, so like they just have regular practice.
You know though how fucking tiring that first game is, and if it's also fucking 95 degrees, that's gonna be tough.
So we start next Friday, I think. Plum.
I think it's this.
Is
I
it
could
this
be
Friday?
wrong. I think it's this Friday. I think about Kiski this Friday.
Okay, a lot of people started last Friday.
Yeah, we started like
Is that midway?
How'd we do?
We did good. We won 28-0 second quarter. Nephew did really good. He had a $150, 2 tuds. So normal day in the neighborhood.
$150, 2 tuds? Yeah, obviously you're supposed to do that, but then like to actually back it up, that is fantastic.
First game.
St. X 10-zip, by the way. Chase Herbstreit undefeated.
Okay.
In the junior campaign. I mean, that team's going to get going. How's Centerville going?
They're 1-0. They're doing well.
Did you speak to the boys, the Elks?
Hell yeah.
Did I speak to them before their first game? No, I did not.
Damn.
Why?
Why do you hate your high school?
Yeah, they must.
They're in great hands. They're in great hands with Brent Olery as the head coach. Brent, I played with in high school. His dad was my coach, and then Brent came to Ohio State and walked on as a receiver too when I was there. He's a great coach.
High school football special. Let's keep an eye on all these kids because how hot it is outside, and also, smart people. Let's figure out how to make it not be as hot. Now, might be something that's uncontrollable.
Maybe, but
might be.
We'll look into it.
Come on, smart people. Come on.
Hey, smart people.
Come on, Connor.
And there's going to be people out there that are like, we tried. Remember, we're telling you, we got to get these cows to stop pooping.
Yep.
We got to do all this other stuff.
I thought you said that. You said you stopped them from farting, or the smart people are almost there.
Yeah, they poked holes in the cow's stomach, let out the methane. They've been doing that.
Really? Mm-hmm. I didn't know, just draining it?
Yeah, legitimately draining it like it's almost when people like take the pens, for instance, in Hijack, when the doctor takes the pen and pokes the dude so he could breathe. That's exactly what they're doing with cows, except they're just letting out the methane gas.
And then where's that going?
Just out into the world.
Isn't that the same problem we've been having?
I don't know.
Pretty much.
Don't they cover it whenever they're not stabbing the side and letting the methane gas out and it's coming out through a fart? Isn't some of it potentially baked in a poop? So then we're not getting all of it out?
Yeah, sure.
Now we're just leaking it all without the poop?
Yeah.
I don't understand what smart people are doing. I don't like it. All I know is it's not working. It's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Can you see what's going on West Coast? Figure it out. Or maybe this is just Earth.
Yeah, there's a chance.
You know? You think about like Pangea. If that was the thing, was there cows farting that made the Pangea separate?
Dinosaurs farting, yeah.
Could have been
Maybe.
that.
Could have been.
Because maybe Earth just kind of does stuff that we can't control.
Yeah.
And maybe that's a shame.
What?
Well, there's a lot of stuff we can't control.
Well, you can. You drive an electric car. You're the one helping.
I tried, didn't I? I fucking tried. I was told this would help. I said, you got it. That seems expensive, but you got it. And then I did it. You know what I mean?
And then we found out.
But then now I'm walking outside, I'm dripping in sweat for no reason. It's harder it's ever been.
Exactly.
And they got tropical storms in LA.
Yeah.
Tropical storms. They don't even have rain in LA. Now they got tropical storms.
Tell they don't.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean, Tone? What's that mean?
Expand, please.
I mean, just the geography is just not good for rain there.
The land.
The land.
The land.
It sounded like you were talking about the humans.
No.
We had this conversation with Tone yesterday where it was like, Tone, a lot of people are going through it right now in LA or whatever. He's like, LA's just not used to what? It's sprinkling a little bit? It's like, he's talking about like the actual
Geography.
drainage and shit.
Topography.
Yeah, it feels like, because like rain.
Dodger Stadium was half underwater. Wasn't it?
Bingo. Yeah. It's like, in terms of like, how much rain did they get? 6 inches in that whole thing. Tone's basically saying like the city was not prepared for this. And it's like, no shit. It doesn't
The
rain
whole
there.
state as a whole, geographically speaking.
All right.
Boom.
All right.
Well said.
Anyways, feels like a lot of crazy shit's happening, and we would like people to figure it out for us because we're trying to do our thing, talking about sports. You guys do your thing. Just make this not happen anymore. It's way too hot out there.
Yeah.
And in LA ain't ready for tropical storms.
No.
And anything else you guys got cooking, we ain't ready for it. So figure it out, please.
Yeah, in LA, they're going to be okay. I saw a report on the internet earlier that Biden's going to go and just sleep for a half hour when he's meeting with the families of the homes that were destroyed over this
He
storm.
was knocked out, wasn't he?
That'll be nice. That'll be a nice little thing.
I
that he
did
does.
hear that there was not a mahalo welcome.
Yeah.
No, there was not.
And-
There was not a lot of mana there when his motorcade was rolling.
That's
by.
what the video that I saw as well. So that made it into your algorithm as well.
That made it my way.
Yeah, and then they started breaking down the numbers, I guess, last night on Nightly News.
Oh,
they
man.
gave $700 to everybody there, lost everything in their entire life. Total of $8 million have been given, and then the next step, we just gave another $600 billion to some other country. Okay, all right.
Yep.
You can see how people could potentially be like, hey, pal, what the hell's going on? But with that being said, hey, smart people, figure it out.
Figure it out.
Good luck.
Figure it out.
That's what you get for being smart.
Figure it out.
He saved that dog's paws, though. His dog's paws were burning up on the asphalt. He said, hey, better get that dog off the asphalt.
It's actually smart.
Man, I'm trying to.
I did not know he looked out for a canine.
He saved that pooch.
All right, we should put that in the good column.
Yeah.
Where was that? That was in Hawaii?
Yeah.
Was that one of his German shepherds?
Was that his
brought
dog
him
that's
with him?
biting people? Right? Is that,
Oh, man.
Normally, my dog would be biting somebody right now. His feet must be burning. Come on, get him off there.
Before or
It's
after?
Hawaii, Sarge. You can't be on the cement.
Sarge.
Is that what
I'll
he
let
did?
you know his name.
Yeah, because this one's biting everybody, isn't it?
I know.
That's
A
how
lot of people.
Last thing I learned, I kind of like that, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
Respect.
If I'm the
Yeah.
president and I got my dog and this fucker's just like nobody's getting near this
Nobody.
guy ever, I'm like, I appreciate that dog. With that being said, going to be a
it's
problem for
juice.
everybody else. Going to be a problem for everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, put shoes on, golden retriever.
Those are sweet, actually.
I assume in Hawaii they're going to do this a
Those are
lot.
cool. The duct tape shoes on there.
No, they're spatted.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Correct.
actually
He likes to look
sponsored.
sweet. He's
Because
sweet.
Hey, did you see some of those dogs though? They were like, they'll go through like wooden is like burnt down.
Oh, they're crazy what they can do. They're unbelievable. Finding people, finding whatever they need.
Yeah, but like one leg will be down through like 4 wooden things with very sharp edges. Another one will be up on top here, and then they somehow just are dancing around it without getting just sliced or everything. It was really remarkable to watch. It's like those fucking goats.
Yeah, on the side of the mountains.
On
and
those
stuff.
mountains that are
Yeah.
just able to just like balance and walk up. It's like, how are you able to do that? Then I think there's like jungle cats that have the ability to like sprint through like rocks and shit. It's like, how are these animals able to do? They're better than us. Which once again, animals do your thing. Smart people figure it out. Okay, we'll do the sports. We need you guys to figure. It's too fucking hot.
Yeah.
Maybe get some fans. Remember what they did in Qatar?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
With the stadium.
Put fans in them.
Killed all those people.
Well, that was before. But.
Yeah. Plus, that's just protocol. Okay, they kill people over there. Who cares?
It is getting to a point with this particular program where it is impossible to say anything without.
Oh yeah.
It's not our fault.
No, because we see
So
too much.
We see
We
everything.
see too much.
We've been doing it
We
too
know
long.
too much.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Smart people.
Like, there's other things going on in Hawaii I want to bring up and the other country, but you just can't.
We need to
know
get Men
too
in Black.
much. See,
We need to
You
get Men
just-
in Black.
Talking about
we
Oprah's
do.
land.
We need ayahuasca to kind of just get reset so we don't.
We need football.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
You think?
You think? Yeah. I'm thinking we do. Saw another batch of Connor T-shirts that are going to make their ESPN debuts. Those should be good.
Oh yeah.
Those will be full conversations. Speaking of conversations, those will be awesome.
Is one of them Sleepy Biden?
I don't. There will be no political T-shirts
Yeah,
on this particular program.
That's good rule.
Save those for
Remember, our
conversation.
show is a big hey political people. Figure it out.
That's right.
That's what you guys are supposed to do. Figure it out. Now, I will say, from a casual noob eye, these motherfuckers don't figure out shit.
No.
You know what I mean? They don't figure out a damn thing ever, it feels like. But if it's a catastrophe, that's the only way it's making its way to me.
Yep.
Well,
So I don't think I get to see the day-to-days. You know what I mean?
Yep.
If it's getting into my algorithm, mostly Sports Stooge algorithm, it is really bad. So I'm seeing the worst, I think, of both. Hopefully, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. You just got to tell yourself that. That's really all you can do. This has got to be the worst.
I don't think anybody X is any good.
Both sides, though,
Yeah.
got humans that can't talk,
Oh, yeah.
that are head of talking jobs.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You're going to run a talk show. You can't talk us. That's pretty much, politics is talking.
yeah,
Yeah.
Good luck.
Isn't it? Isn't that what politics is? Talking?
And debating.
Hawk.
What?
You're a
You're
president.
talking to me. You were talking to me.
You are.
Yeah.
You're
Well, what do you
president.
think, Franker? Yeah.
You're sitting.
No, my
president.
bad. I got distracted by a picture that somebody popped up in the group chat. I won't open that again. It was something to do with the dog paws and everything. Nothing
It's not
crazy.
the Island Boys and a carrot?
Yeah, with
Everybody needs-
No.
Golly.
That was debunked. I thought that was debunked anyway.
No, that was not debunked. It was actually shoved in my face right over there.
Oh, the carrot was?
That's what he
the
got
picture.
distracted by.
What makes sense?
So I was just petting a dog.
What's this? A cat?
All right.
Oh, shit.
That's what I'm saying. We can't have that.
I thought, does this mute thing work or no?
Yeah, listen, you need to not be saying that. Anyways, hey, smart people, figure it out. We appreciate you. We appreciate you doing that. I can't take this heat much longer. My body type is one that dies out there. You know what I mean? You put me in the cold, I'm good. You
Talking
put-
to me. Look at me, bro. Like, I burn the second I walk outside. You know that.
Yeah, but you've seen me. Whenever you're getting that work in with the body guru, I'm almost dead on a deck. You saw
True.
it almost happen.
That is true.
Because the heat in the sun is undefeated against me, and everybody attacks my skin color all the time. You ever see that?
do you
Anytime
mean?
I'm in the sun,
sure.
the things
You look
pe-
tan.
The things
tan.
people say about my skin tone is just very rude.
How's
Incredibly
McAfee so red?
Man, this guy's having a heart attack. Look at how red this fucking guy is. This guy, look at how disgusting his red face is.
So many people told you you're sunburned.
Yeah, everybody. You're so
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, no shit, bro. I'm 100,000 degrees inside, too. I'm cooking from the inside and the outside. I'm getting broiled and baked, cuz, okay? I get it. I have to be here, though. I said, which leads me, once again, I'm not going next year.
I'm not fucking doing it.
I'm done. I'm not going next year. At this moment, I'm not going. Somebody else deserves it. Let's talk about somebody else deserving something. Jonathan Taylor has been given the right to go negotiate a trade if he can find one. Now, the Colts are expecting a first round or the equivalent to a first round in trade, and we don't know what Jonathan Taylor is expecting out of another team, whether it's a sign-in trade like others have done in the past, whenever they're in a standoff for negotiation-wise with their own team. How do you see this panning out? He is in Philadelphia. He still has the hoodie up and the sunglasses, and being distant from the Indianapolis Colts has to be incredibly uncomfortable. What are your thoughts, AJ, for how it's all kind of working out? And this brand new development of Chris Ballard and the Colts saying, go ahead and find one if that's what you want. If that's what you want, go ahead. How do you feel about it, AJ?
I mean, it's tough to figure it out. Like, this is what threw me for a loop. The fact that he's at joint practices with the shades on, with the hoodie up, all of that. It can't be, I mean, it's not a good situation at all, but I guess it can't be the worst possible situation when he's actually there. If they, I don't know. Like, usually when it's something like that, yeah, you want to get it away from the team. Don't let it pull down our culture and distract from us, but he's also your best player. He could be your best player at the same time.
Pac-Man, have you ever had a teammate who
is clearly telling everybody, I don't want to be teammates with any of you, and sticking with it. Like, I thought maybe 2-3 days, not just teammates, by the way, equipment managers, training room,
everyone,
chef, PR people, social media people, everybody that doctors, everybody that goes into an NFL process. When I heard it was happening the first few days about him being standoffish, and I'm like, all right, this is going to happen probably a week. But I think his stick-to-itiveness here is admirable if he gets a deal done in business-wise, but not easy to accomplish either on Jonathan Taylor's side, because I assume he likes a lot of the people that are in there. But you have to, for the sake of your business, in your mind, have to kind of remain stone cold and kind of standoffish. I'm almost impressed by it, to be honest. At this stage of the game, I'm almost impressed that you're in the building, in the locker room, in meetings, and still have the ability to be like, fuck everybody. That's almost impressive.
Yeah, and I've been in a lot of locker rooms where leaders and the older guys, you know what I mean, can get things done, I should say. But I just don't see nothing good happening out of this. Like, he's in a lose-lose situation because he's up under contract. And, like, I go back and say it again. Like, the agent has to stand up and tell the player, I know you might not want to hear this, but you got to understand where we at right now. Where we at right now is not where we was at a year ago.
Yeah, reality.
Yeah. And I just think, and like he said, he's there. That's a good thing. And I hate judging books by his cover. You know, he got the hoodie on, got his sunglasses on. Shit, it might be hot. But at the end of the day, for the things that keep coming out, like I don't know. I don't know.
And the Colts, are they at the point where, to your, I think what you said earlier, Ty, where they're like, we need to get this guy away from our team? Right? Is that why they're allowing a trade? Or are they potentially saying, yeah, go look and see what the market's saying, and then come back and see how rude of people we are? You know what I mean?
That's what I took from it. That's how I took from it. When a team says, hey, go seek a trade, they're thinking, if you can find something that someone's willing to give you, you have to find something better than you have here, then we're willing to figure it out for you.
You can put in the Jack Nicklaus putter that I just bought into tell them. Also, the Muhammad Ali punching.
Yeah, Sonny Liston.
Put that in there, too. So tell the other team, because this is what we've been telling teams, it hasn't been able to work out. They get the Muhammad Ali gloves, they get the putter, they get the scripture, and they get Jonathan Taylor. Now, need a first-rounder back.
Right.
Yep. And it's going to have
Who's going to give a first-rounder? No way. No way nobody is giving a first-rounder. I know he's 24 years old, but ain't no team right now is giving a first-rounder for a running back.
He doesn't throw the football, so no, yeah, they're not.
And then you have to give him a deal, too, then, on top of that.
Right.
So what if...
Impossible.
Yeah. Now, I don't even know who I would text and ask this question to, and if they would give me either a real answer or even answer at all. I said in the last hour, and I think I've said the last few days after you bring up the point of, like, there has to be a deal somewhere.
Yeah.
We can get you more money. We can get you like $2 million, $3 million more bucks, right? Like he's making
Maybe four.
He's making $4 million. All right, we'll give you $3 million more guaranteed with another $1 million in incentives. We have $16 million on the cap right now. We're probably gonna even have more once you start doing some stuff. And I know you got to save it. We're on the left pillar of the amount of money left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like we have a lot of money left on the salary cap space. That's why when you start thinking about teams that'll be able to pay him and trade for a 1, which is what would have to happen here. You got to start looking at who has salary cap space to do as such. The Dolphins don't have any space after this season, right? They're they're in cap space.
Still got to pay Wilkins this year too. Wilkins is holding out right now.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, there is a lot to figure out down there. You start looking around the spots, and then you see like the Colts have $16.5 million they can spend, so they could easily, if they wanted to. Now, this would be them giving in and
exactly.
appearing to lose, and maybe in their head setting precedent for something that happens later with another player who was good for a couple years and then bad on his third year out of his contract. So it's like maybe they just don't want to give in out of like precedence or out of like a moral standard. We're not doing this after everything we said. But if you just give him like $2 million more bucks, $3 million more bucks, and he realizes that the rest of the league has nothing else for him, well, that make him finally settle in to your case about what reality is. I'm not sure. And is Jim even willing to do that? Is Jim Irsay thinking, go ahead and look, anybody paying you? No, exactly. $4 million bucks. I'll talk to you next February. Is that what he's thinking?
See, I think it's more that because you look at the situation with like Eckler where like he made it known that he wasn't happy, but he was still a consummate pro throughout the whole thing. Like didn't miss any time, like said, hey, if nothing happens, like, you know, I'd like a trade, but if that doesn't happen either, like I'll show up, I'll be here. And when you have a new culture and a new team, like, is that what they want to do right away? Is like, hey, this guy went about everything the wrong way trying to get a new deal. Like, we can't just turn around, especially when we have younger guys and we're trying to
Anthony Richardson's right there.
Exactly. Like, we can't reward this guy for doing something that we've been saying the whole time. Like, hey, this is not how you act like a professional. This isn't the way you go about things. And are they going to just say, well, fuck it, you're one of the best players on our team, we need you, so we'll cave in and give you $4 million extra bucks. And then, like you said, like, everyone who's going to come next, like, this is the playbook. It's like, hey, guess what? You can be a horse's ass. You can do whatever you want to do. If you're good enough, like, they will cave in and they'll pay you.
But look, Ty, he wasn't even better than Eckler. Eckler was an okay back. I think he didn't even have 1,000 yards. He did have double digits.
He had 1,500 total yards though.
Yeah. But I'm saying rushing yards. He had 900, I think, and some change. But he do score a touchdown. Yeah. 861 yards, I think Eckler. What did Eckler get? $2 more million. He had $6 million. And had better numbers, you getting $4 million. Like, this is a $2 million.
I mean, look at Eckler right next to Jonathan Taylor there.
Yeah.
Rushing yards, Eckler is not. That's not like the only thing he does, obviously.
No.
107 receptions.
722 receiving yards.
Absurd.
And that was my point too, is Eckler didn't go about it like an asshole.
Yeah.
He did it the right way. So it was like, okay, we can find some middle ground here and we'll give you an extra $2 million.
And this Eckler number is way better than Taylor.
Right.
Yeah. But, and same with Josh and Saquon and even Najee.
And Saquon, he's damn near, you can make the argument, got screwed the most out of all of them. He didn't get his fifth year option picked up, so he's playing with no contract. And then he plays unbelievable, obviously. I think he scored, I don't know if it was 1 or 2 touchdowns against the Vikings in the playoffs. And then he doesn't get a deal. He gets a franchise tag, stays out, and then, maybe because he's not signing the tag, he'll get something. We
all think Jonathan Taylor can be a great football player. We are not saying that he's not. But we're just saying, whenever you talk about business and negotiating with the fucking NFL, coming off your worst year, where you're by far the worst guy in the market, and then you're handling it the loudest and worst, might not be the best way to go about doing business, but he still might end up with a deal somewhere.
Exactly.
So we're pulling for him. We're pulling for him. We're pulling for you. Speaking of pulling for somebody, I think Joe Burrow's healthy. Now, that is with no sources. I have not seen him at all, and nobody out of Cincinnati has said that. But Zach Taylor laughing and joking about what answer he gives to not only us, their local media, the press, every time he talks about Joe Burrow, makes me think like he is not worried at all.
Nope.
We've seen videos since his calf injury of Joey Burrow wearing the Catapult sports bra, jogging across the field, appears to have no limp in his gait. We saw him throwing the football perfectly fine. They have not stressed anything other than the progress is happening the way it is happening. Feels like Joey Burrow is good. I feel like there is nothing to worry about in Cincinnati, and his contract should be happening soon as well. We're about to get a lot of Joey Burrow news, we think.
I think life is great for Burrow. He just got engaged too.
Okay.
Whoa, Joe.
Pop the question. Did she ask him or did he ask her?
I have no idea in the hell who asked who.
Yeah, because if he did a middle training camp, I mean, this guy able to handle a lot of different things.
That's right. Good calf, too, if he can get down on one knee.
Bingo.
Oh, smart guy.
Loose calf.
A lot of nerves there, too, so probably a little adrenaline.
Yeah.
So what's it going to be like game day? Because, when you get all hopped up and zeked up, sometimes your muscles overfire and they can kind of blow out.
That's right.
That's kind of what happens. Him, real nervous. Oh, my God, this is a forever thing.
High pressure.
He goes down. His calves could be at full absolute flex.
Lock out.
He goes down perfectly. Hey, excuse me, will you be a fucking Burrow?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then he
pops up.
And he was like, I think I'm good.
Takes a 5-step drop right when he gets up.
Took the ring.
Yep.
Yeah.
Throws it to her.
In the ring box.
Put your hand up like
this.
Yeah.
Fucking put it right on there.
All right, so we're thinking he's good, right?
Yeah.
No worries at all about Joey Burrow? Are you thinking the same thing, AJ?
I'm not worried because if it's truly a calf strain, a calf pull, whatever, those will eventually get better. It shouldn't linger. It shouldn't be a problem.
The way Zach Taylor speaks about it wouldn't be the way that he speaks about it if it was actual problem, is what we're thinking, right? Now, we're talking heads. We cover shit every day. We're a part of the problem. We know. Okay? We do apologize. So we do have to read body language and the answers that are given to us in the moment. And we might be completely wrong 2 months from now. Yeah. But also, we might have been ahead of things because we're seeing, Instagram posts are changing a little bit. Yeah. Things are removing pictures and likes from stuff. This might be the cause of a little bit of, maybe we should keep an eye on this. The way Zach Taylor's answering right now is that of a head ball coach who knows that his quarterback is A-okay. Yeah. Right? We all agree?
Yes, absolutely. From everything I've seen from him, yeah, I believe it.
Okay, good. Let's just fucking move along. Stephen A. Smith came back from a 4-month break.
Finally.
Yeah.
You guys see that?
Oh, yeah.
About time.
Oh, yeah.
Came back on
4
first.
months.
I don't know. It
It
felt like
felt
that.
like
Since the draft.
It
Yeah.
felt like that, dude. We obviously watch every morning, and anytime Greeny's not on, there's an immediate text. Hey, what the fuck?
You're killing us.
He's like, sorry, McAfee.
What do you want me to do?
I've been doing this for 35 years. There's no news. I took a week off. Sorry. Get off my ass, pretty much. And then Stephen A., same thing. We've gotten to a point where I can just text him, what the fuck? What are we doing? And he said, I'm back next week. He came back full force.
Hot.
A lot of energy, lot to talk about.
Yeah.
He said his sources told him, Diggs don't want to be in Buffalo. Whoa. And I was thinking to myself, like, damn, did he get this source like before his vacation when Stephon Diggs in Buffalo were still in the middle of that thing? And he was like sitting on, I got something. And did he miss all that has come from there? And obviously Diggs went public and said, I don't know who this person is getting this information from.
Bullshit.
100% not true. Yeah. I don't know who the source is, but I thought I nipped this shit in the bud already. Now, obviously, that's a butt. You're trying to nip something in, but I appreciate that you're nipping in the bud as well. Is that what you're doing?
No, I think that's correct.
I
think
believe
it's the right way.
it's correct.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like a plant, like a flower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been nipping somebody in the butt. People
Yeah,
get
that's
nipped
illegal
in
right
the
there.
butt.
That's
I'm gonna
sexual
nip this
assault. What
right
you're doing.
in the fucking butt.
Yeah, that one works too.
Yeah, maybe I need to put shin guards on for this particular battle because I thought it was definitely butt. I appreciate the fact that I just learned something through there. But he is saying that is not true. But I think it might have been true at one time is what we need to continue the conversation. I think Stephen A. did hear that at one time, went on break, came back, I got something. It is no longer the case. But everything out of Buffalo, right? With the way they played against the Steelers, preseason game.
Of course. Doesn't mean as much.
With the Leslie Frazier thing. With Stephen A. saying, my sources are telling me at least at one point he wanted completely out of there, which I think we all kind of knew. Are we worried about the Bills? And I'm going to let you give this answer, even though you're very biased. Are we worried about? I'm not worried about the Bills. I fucking love the Bills. Brandon Beane just shot a 76 at a PGA or 78 at a PGA course. Jordan Poyer's all the way back. Josh Allen, he's on the market out there living.
Oh, yeah.
On the cover of Madden.
Exactly.
They're going to be great.
Yeah, I mean,
everything, though, seems to be bullshit.
Everything is weird, yeah. And I am definitely not looking for Bills' success whatsoever. But I think Von Miller said this, I believe it was either the offseason or right before the end of last season. Like, they have Josh Allen. They're not just going to be a bad football team. They're going to be in it no matter what. Now, obviously, the division's tougher with Rodgers being there. If Tua's healthy, they beat the Bills once last year when Tua did play, lost the other two, one of them being in the playoffs. But as a division, you're still looking at the Bills. It's not as if all of a sudden, because Rodgers is here, the Jets are the favorite. Like, the Bills are still the clear-cut favorite, and if you're looking at the offensive lines in the AFC East, there's a chance that they still have the best one. So I'm not worried about the Bills per se, but it does feel like this year, if it's not this year, next year Allen's cap goes up to like 60 or 55, and then it's really going to get dicey.
Everything chatting about the Bills, aside from Brandon Beane shooting a 78 and earning $50,000 to two different charities on this program, has just been like, this is what the Bills are right now.
Yeah.
Just fucking bullshit. This guy's mad. This guy hates it. This guy wants out. This guy ain't got it anymore. This guy's still hurt. Isn't that what it is? Last year, it was like they're going to win the Super Bowl. This team's going to be great. This year, just very different conversation. They're playing against the Steelers. Steelers starters beat the shit out of them. Bang. It's just like a never end, isn't it? It feels like that.
It is. It might be a good thing, though, because if you remember last time of this year, everyone's crowning them champs basically and saying they're going undefeated. How do you stop this team? There's weapons everywhere. Their defense is good. So maybe they're sitting in a good spot. Maybe the head coach McDermott likes where they're at. Hey, guys, put some chips on your shoulder. Here we go. No one thinks we're good anymore.
Yeah, and that's what's happening with the Jets. That's why I feel like there's almost too much Jets right now, because that's exactly what Buffalo was last year. And I bet the Bills are probably more pumped about how this year's going because everything that you're reading is on the
But they're fans, I assume. I'm not thinking about the Bills as a whole. The Bills fans, though, I think there has to be a little bit of like, what?
But they know
65
too,
days. What a difference.
They may be cautiously optimistic right now because of what's happened in the offseason and the preseason so far. But I'm sure, like, Bills fans are smart. They know, hey, we know when the regular season comes, that's when we can make a judgment of what our team is.
Well, Bills going to be good anyway, as long as they can stay healthy. They had a lot of injuries last year in key positions, and they still got through it and played pretty good into the playoff game, I think. But if they can stay healthy, I think they're going to be a top contender team.
Complete. We all agree with that.
For sure.
I am a massive fan of Buffalo Bills. I'm just saying, yet another day passes, and the only conversation about the Bills is some more negative bullshit.
What's happening?
And it's like this wasn't what it was a year ago. This wasn't what it was 2 years ago. Into both you guys, but maybe this is a good thing. Maybe this is the thing that'll be able to right the ship long term. Maybe some motivation will get built back on the shoulders. But I don't know if these boys will need any more of that after what has happened in the last couple of years.
I feel like part of it has been tempered too because, all the excitement with the Jets, and obviously you're going to get that when Rodgers goes there. But like last year, it was Bills Chiefs, and then the Chiefs kind of just proved like, hey, this is still their league. Like everyone is playing in the Chiefs league. Like they are in the middle of a dynasty right now, so like it's hard to put any team like. The Chiefs are the clear-cut favorite, period. So, like, every other team kind of just falls by the wayside. And, like, yeah, they could be contenders to beat the Chiefs. But until someone actually does, like, the NFL is still the Chiefs league.
All right, let's get to the phones as we will pick up this conversation in the next hour when Steve Mariucci will join us. Do you have any questions for AJ?
I mean, I would assume he's going to have some questions if you keep that one shin pad on, don't you think?
Yeah, who? Who are you talking about?
Mooch is going to ask
He gets it. He knows what it's like out here on the front lines.
Yeah.
It's hard.
He knows what it's like just taking it on the fucking shins.
Yeah, exactly.
Protect yourself.
Hey, that first swing on this bat was pretty.
Get you?
I wanted to get a good pop.
It's a good commercial for that company that makes that.
CCM, hell yeah. They've been in hockey equipment a long goddamn time.
Honestly, that looks normal. Like you could wear one shin guard and no one would even think anything of it from now on. For real. That matches your clothes.
Could you imagine?
Just wear it. Like you can wear whatever you want now.
What's up, bro?
For real.
Fashion, dude.
Yeah.
Fashion.
That's
You wouldn't get it. You don't get it.
From the McAfee collection.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't understand fashion. You are a slob. Shut the fuck up.
Correct.
This is a shin pad.
Yeah. Duh.
Welcome to 2030, pal. Bang.
Everyone needs those right now.
On this show? You're trying to. What did he say about, but that's not a cat?
Yeah.
You know what he said?
Yeah, that's not what I said.
Whoa.
You know what he said?
That's not unwarranted either.
What he said.
It's not unwarranted. Okay. And yeah, he doesn't need shin pads actually because he can do anything he wants, as we've seen.
Let's go to the phones.
Especially his boy.
Jesus.
What?
I don't understand why his boy wanted everything to be on camera.
Me neither.
I don't understand that.
No,
Me either.
Commander-in-Chief.
Save some moments for yourself.
Yeah,
Come
and
on.
everyone knows you can't do coke in your parents' house, especially if it's the White House, okay?
All right.
You got
let's
to
get
keep
the
that
phones.
outside.
Jeez.
All right. Jeez.
Everyone knows that.
I
It's
heard
a rule
that they
of thumb.
didn't find out whose cocaine.
Yeah, they can't figure it out.
Right.
It's a mystery. No one's ever going to be able to know.
Lincoln's.
Did you see, though, they actually have green-lit whoa.
Lincoln, we don't think Lincoln was.
They used it for
mean,
medical purposes back then.
He
Did they
also,
really?
He got
They
a
did,
lot.
yeah.
He got a lot done.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, he had
He's pretty skinny, a lot of work ethic.
Yeah, very tall.
had a beak on him, too.
You don't want
What do
any
you
of
think
this stuff, Abe.
What do you think he kept in that hat?
You think there's like a full mirror in there and like a whole thing?
Kilo of
Pulls out a
blow.
full kit?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let me go ahead and
Yeah.
bring this thing up. What if Abe was, old honest Abe was just out there breaking rocks
That
every
looks
single
like it could hold a good amount of cocaine.
That's a good impersonation of Abe. That
was Johnny Depp, I think.
Yeah.
That show is also nuts.
Jeez. Nice shot.
Thank you, AJ.
That's your. Is that? Were you good at soccer throw-ins?
Yeah, I did the flip throw at one point back in the day just to be a fucking asshole.
I've been trying to get kids to do that flip throw forever. They never do it.
Oh, that's going to be
That's because Ohio
should
got
show 'em
soft,
out.
huh?
I must have.
Oh. Yes.
Not going to need it. Oh, maybe I might need it.
That's the one.
Yeah! Not going to need it.
Yes!
Not going to need it.
Yes!
Yeah, boys, that's what's happening.
Wow.
Not going to need it. Not going to need it.
Not even a little.
That one went out of bounds right?
Yeah.
Bent so much because it hit the exact corner of the metal.
Perfect.
Probably lost air in.
Rim.
Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, that was Kawhi.
That was Kawhi Leonard. That's good news.
That was sweet.
Yeah.
That means next hour is going to be awesome. I mean, that was beautiful. Look at this.
Not going to need it.
Let's see. Didn't hit the top, did it?
That was one before.
Sure did.
Yeah, unfortunately, that might not count in a game, but it counts here.
Counts in this game.
I'm standing out of bounds.
You're right. For the sake of the argument, you're right.
Yeah, all right, thanks, AJ. Thanks, AJ. I appreciate you knowing.
I'm just trying to keep
That's what Mike
way to kill my company.
Thanks,
It's like a
AJ.
Bruce. I'm sorry, I don't want to be Bruce. Well, actually,
That's what
All
you did.
right, you're saving us from the corrections later. Thank you. That's, actually, it wasn't a bucket because it did touch out of bounds as a full thing. Bruce, have you thought about this at all more? We don't want to do this, right? This is not something we want to actually do.
I mean, up to you.
You're in though. You want to do it.
Yeah. I actually got the uniform. I just need a patch.
That is the uniform, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
The badge.
You're gonna wear a uniform every day.
The corrections badge is.
It's just a.
Yeah, it's just waist up.
Oh, okay.
It's just a little shirt. Because remember, we're gonna have boots and a baton.
Right.
Yeah.
Whole nine.
Fucking walk around here whistling and swinging the baton.
It was gonna be like the Stanford Project.
Yep.
Oh, please.
He was gonna do the whole thing. Yeah, but instead we just decided, just probably something you just throw over top.
Throw that on. Maybe some fake glasses.
Correctional officer. Right here.
Oh, like WWE superstar, the Big Boss Man.
Scared the fence. Yes, exactly, Nick.
Yep.
What did Big Boss Man do at that one funeral?
Yeah, he fucking dragged Big Show's dad's casket right behind him.
Wild.
Put it on a winch and fucking just took that thing out.
Old buddy rode that thing out too. You know
That's
that.
the greatest
Well, it's
clip
his
of
dad.
all time.
Yeah, that's what
By
you
far
mean.
the best thing they've ever done in the history of wrestling.
It's up there.
Yeah, it's definitely up there.
No
pretty
one
close.
batted an eye when that aired back in the day either. That was like normal.
Did you see what Big Boss
Fucking
Man
Big
did?
Boss Man just took Big Show's dad out. He's dead. In
You're
a
at work.
casket.
You're at work the next day.
Yeah.
He took his fucking the coffin.
Well, I saw this morning The Rock speaking Mandarin in the States, which was pretty
Here we
cool.
go.
Yeah,
Here we go. He gets a free ride on this thing. What?
Well, obviously,
Like, they spent a lot of money on this shoot.
Yes.
what are you talking about?
do you mean,
Shoot.
What do you mean?
Real.
Yeah, this is a shoot.
Yeah, the
Big Show
casket was
This
very
is not
expensive.
a work.
Big Show was a
Yeah.
handsome
Casket,
fella at
everything.
that point too.
Still is. What are we talking? Everybody's saying a lot of
Look
things
at
that
the
aren't
poor
real.
people crying.
Matrix.
Come on. You
Yeah,
can't
it's
feel
a
dead guy.
funeral. Of course they're
God.
crying.
Not
Obviously,
Oh, no.
you
He's
should.
seething.
Not today.
Well,
It's a Big Show.
he's not
Oh, he's a
happy.
tickets. Oh,
Those
no.
shades
no,
are
yeah.
sick.
He had that leather jacket on too for the funeral.
Yep.
Come on, you want some Big Boss Man? Look, he was.
Oh my God.
Oh, the timing.
big
So much
time.
juice.
Distraction so you can steal the dead guy.
The distraction. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
The opportunity presented itself. Oh, Big Boss Man was prepared though.
Yeah, he had to change.
He knew.
Had to change. Oh my God, he's dead. Is he dead? Like his dad? Are we having,
Physically and mentally.
are we having another funeral? Or?
Great rap job with that chain.
Yeah,
Here we
unbelievable.
go.
I
Here
hope
we
he's
go.
okay. He just got hit by a car.
He hits that thing up real quick.
Yeah, look how quick he did.
He was
Yeah,
locked
Big
in.
Boss Man ain't messing around.
Think
He had
this is
a
the first
plan.
funeral he's done this at?
Oh,
And
no.
did they know that? Did they think, like, what if he would have tried to get the casket and his bumper just ripped off if he didn't, like.
Who's they? Big Boss
What are you
Man? I don't know.
talking about?
Maybe Big
Yeah,
Boss
Big
Man.
Boss Man.
He would have just picked it up on
Bye,
his own.
Dad.
Big Show said, "Hey, don't my dad. Come back
Has
here."
anyone ever rode a casket like this before? Is this the only time it's ever happened?
First time looking at it, it was so much momentum. He flipped himself over.
So,
That's a
like,
big
what
body.
happened after that, though? How did they end that? Do we know?
Who's they? Big Boss Man?
Yeah.
They had a premium live
like
event
the-
match.
The guys that had the cameras following them around, what did they do? Just cut to black or what?
Let's get to a break. You are disgusting. We don't know. Big Boss Man makes his own decisions.
Yeah.
They
He
cut
drove
the-
away.
Where's the
What are
dead
you
body?
talking
They
about?
cut
Where
to
did he take
Boss
the
Man.
dead body?
Dead body's in a coffin. It's in
Yeah.
Big Boss Man's basement. What
Yeah.
are we even talking about?
He lit it on fire. Burned the body.
Let's get to a
That was
break.
a real thing. That happened.
Yep.
That was back before there was internet.
Yeah.
They also
Like,
cut
what year?
Val Venus's
What year
penis,
was that?
too.
Before they put the strap
It's like
on.
90, I don't know,
Because of
eight?
the rhyming
7, 8,
ability
yeah.
or wordplay? Why would they do that?
90 great.
Amen, brother.
Well said.
I remember back in 1990, great. Big Boss Man took Big Show's fucking
Exactly.
dad's coffin from a funeral. Nick will probably look, that might be 90 earlier than that. Nick's looking it up right now.
They got to bring that back.
When did Big Boss Man steal Big Just look up when
Is
Big
it
Show's dad
98 or
died.
99?
98, 1990, great.
Yep.
Yeah.
WWE is the best.
Of course.
Never stops stopping. Never stopping.
Rest in peace to Bishop.
November of 99.
Yeah, late.
Oh, almost 2,000.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Still got it.
Going there. All right, let's get to a break. Steve Mariucci will be on the other side. How about that ball going in?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Seems like there's bigger buckets right now.
Yeah.
Yesterday, oh yeah.
Hot hand.
Yesterday,
You are making everything.
Not every. I mean, I missed 4 clearly, but
that's a hard shot over the head.
This one's a tough one. Yeah.
It's because she's with.
You're like Brian Harmon putting. You've been watching golf, the lefty, he's been draining every putt he takes.
Yeah, I can't watch him golf, but I do appreciate that he's golfing. That
Yeah,
one.
they got to get to him right on his 8th little waggle. They need to get to the camera on him, not his first.
He was on Part of My Take, I think, and he said he doesn't like it either.
Yeah.
Obviously, he just
Yeah.
don't like it.
Right.
I couldn't even imagine what's going through his mind every time because he's waiting for the perfect thought, right?
Yeah.
That's in my head. He's thinking because
Feel?
every once in a while in golf, you'll start getting in here. Oh no. So he just does that every single shot now. It's like I couldn't even imagine. And then he hits a good shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, God damn.
Got to keep doing it.
Very good this
Didn't he say that? Didn't he say hey, I hate it, but I'm playing some good golf.
Deal with it.
He's on the Ryder Cup. He qualified for the Ryder Cup, one of the top 6, right?
They are going to be very rude to him.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Italians, no, they're very nice people. They'll be very nice to him.
Okay.
Really?
Ryder Cup's the first time fans actually have a say, right?
Yeah.
Phoenix Open.
Phoenix Open, true.
Yeah, but the European fans, especially in Italy, are going to be much nicer.
I don't know. They turn pretty easy.
Who?
Italian fans.
They love Polithic. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, for now.
Gumpy, Polithic saving Italian soccer?
Absolute snipe yesterday and an assist. Looked unbelievable.
You're welcome. You're welcome, world.
Drink it in.
We provided the best soccer player in Europe.
Yep.
And we got the best soccer player in the world playing in America.
That's right.
It's our sport now.
You're welcome.
Sorry.
Suck it.
You've been watching Methie? The Methie throw?
I mean, it's hard to miss. Yeah, his highlights seem to pop up. He scores a goal every game at least. I
You
feel
gotta
like.
watch the games. You gotta watch a beautiful
What's your
game.
problem?
Let's get to a break. Steve Mariucci's on.
Who won the women's? Who won the women's World
Spain.
Cup? Is that happening?
Spain.
Yeah. And then their president
Congrats.
smooched one of the players, and it was a big
There's trouble
I
in
did
Spain
see that.
right now.
I did see that. I didn't really read into it though.
Mm-hmm. He smooched
That was the
her.
president of Spain?
Yeah.
I saw a photo, headline, lady.
Big smooch.
That was real deal.
Real deal.
Whoa.
Sucked face.
Yeah.
We won
Do they
the
know
World
each
Cup.
other?
Isn't that just Spanish, hello?
Yeah, don't a lot of those countries over there do the full smoochy, smoochy, woochie, woochie?
No, that's Cuomo. That's Italy. What do you say? I'm not a horny bastard. I'm just Italian. Is that what it was?
This guy.
That's
How many guys?
It's not
how many
like
people
that
has he got?
everywhere.
It was the
How many
FA.
different-
It was the Football Association president.
Yeah, it
of
wasn't the
Spain.
president of the country.
But the
Are we sure?
the prime
I thought it was
minister
president
of
of country.
Spain now wants him fired.
I watched the video. He's
Okay.
just super happy.
Yeah, but you can't just go sucking face with
What did the
everybody.
girl think? How about the poor girl? She's a victim of this guy, right?
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
She should be the new president.
I think she came out and said something afterwards about it. Yeah, it was just a moment.
Yeah.
But who knows? I don't know. I didn't look into it enough. Soccer's wild. It is.
Truly.
But it's our sport now. So
That's right.
let's own it. Okay.
Fine,
Not
yeah.
that.
No,
we have
no.
enough on white kisses in
Yeah.
our history. We don't need.
Well, that wasn't
Let's
us.
Spain keep that one.
Exactly.
Next World Cup's ours again. Women are going to win again. The men are going to win again. Methie's playing for us. It's good.
Yep.
Let's take a 5-minute break. I hate to do this because I think Mooch is waiting, but also I got to pee.
yeah.
So
Bad.
conversation will be much better with Mooch after all of us go take this 4-minute break. But be a friend, tell a friend something nice. Let's make this quick, huh? Take 5.
In an abandoned warehouse, Arthur Isaac Fischel, the world's AI authority, has summoned the Earth's most influential doofuses for an emergency meeting about the terrifying powers of artificial intelligence. Antonio Margherita, influencer from Italy. Vladimir Borobashnakowski. Chad Speed. Jim. We catch up with them mid-dinner as Artie Fish tries his damnedest to get the influencer's attention.
Yes, that'll work. Thank you. Scram. Let's get down to brass tacks, boys. The real reason we're here. AI is it's a problem. It's going to kill us all.
It's hard to take you serious with the way your face looks right now.
I mean, you look like a fucking asshole. What are you talking about?
Oh, the only thing artificial is those fucking balls you call balls.
You look absolutely absurd.
You guys don't understand. You're not listening to me, okay? I'm wearing this because AI can hear your thoughts. It can get into your brain, guys.
You ain't got no fucking brain.
Once again, struggling to take anything you say serious. My team told me I should come to this. You look like he looks like a joke.
Like an absolute jerk off.
Does this look like a joke? Huh? That's a nuclear bomb.
Nah, that's fake.
Just fucking like bad man puts marbles in plastic case.
You need a guma, my friend.
You guys aren't listening. This right here, AI gave to me. A nuclear freaking bomb. Told me the only way to save this screwed up world is to blow it up. This guy awake? Idiot.
Wake up, asswipe.
You wouldn't hit somebody with a
No, yeah, fuck.
No, don't you worry. This one is foolproof.
I doubt it.
I brought it here, boys. Not just for show.
What?
But because I'm gonna blow up the world right now!
Holy shit! That's Jack Carr!
Turns out, that was an actual nuclear bomb. Arthur Isaac Fischel was going to blow the entire world up, and Jack Carr saved us all. It was his actual first shot. And Artie Fish is actually dead. Forever. Thank the Lord that Jack Carr sensed trouble. His new book, which is the 6th installment of the Terminalist series, Only the Dead, is currently available at all bookstores. You should buy it. As you just watched, he saved the world. Hell yeah, Jack Carr. Hell yeah.
What do you think you can run right now? You think you're still sub 4 or 5?
Like a 4.9?
Yeah. You think you're sub 4 or 5?
I can jog a 4.5, bro.
Bro, you are not going 4.4 right
I don't think
How
so
old are you?
either.
I can jog a 4.5.
Okay, 4.5 Warner, 39 years old.
Yeah.
Eats nerd ropes every single day.
Mm-hmm. And twin snakes.
Yeah, and Hardee's with jelly and bacon.
And has his own marijuana strain. Start calculating all of that. And then you can down him if you want. I'm betting under. Let's go.
I think Pat can run a 4.51 right on the dot.
Hey, 56.5% of 1,673 people say, you ain't got it, Pac.
Yeah,
They've been telling me that shit my whole life.
This is a big deal, dude. This guy ran a 4.28 at the combine. He's 39 years old. If he runs into 4.4s, are you fucking kidding me?
Good.
Oh my God! Oh, 4.515. Oh, my heartbreaker.
That's what I'm supposed to run. Y'all owe me money. Owe me money, motherfucker. He owe me. He owe me. 05.
Yeah, that was a great run.
Yeah.
You didn't. I think you.
Yeah. I only had one in. Yeah, Tom, post it. Post it. Fucking 40 years old.
Hey.
What?
Let's go. This show fucking stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for. AJ, never cease to amaze me with your toxicity, pal.
You got a couple of these?
God damn it! What the fuck are you doing?
Fuck Boston
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this less cerebral Kenny Powers Tuesday, August 22nd, 2023. Hour 3 of this program starts now. Football! is here. That's AJ Hawk buying in. We appreciate you. The Toxic Table's here at Bossy Connor and at Ty Schmidt. One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys turn Diggs is here. The other half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys is back from his deportation to Canada. Gumpy's in the back looking great. 14-year NFL icon Adam Pac-Man Jones is here. And joining us now, a man who is my favorite thing on television every football season, every Sunday on NFL Network, obviously former NFL coach and NFL legend, Paisano through and through, Coach Moo.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Coach.
How you doing? I was just watching all that stuff. That is some good stuff. Adam ran a 4.51. That's pretty good. Couple things. I'm sitting here watching you guys, right, Pat?
Okay.
Hi, AJ. I'm sorry I didn't bring my cigar. Next time I'll do that, all right?
Thank you.
And I need a tank top. I need a tank top shirt like you, Pat. You're looking pretty good.
I'll tell you what, Coach. This is probably the most jocked I've been in a long time. I don't know if now is the time to put a tank top on next to me, but if you were to show up here with your pits out, we would have all lost our damn mind. You need to know that.
I might do it because I've been I lost about 15 pounds. I'm getting chiseled here.
Okay.
And I'm ready. And here's the other thing. You're getting soft. You know why you're getting soft? Because right before this break, you had to take a pee break. That's what you said, right?
Yeah.
You know what? Scott Hansen, our guy on Red Zone.
Yeah.
Scott Hansen
pees his pants. We know. Pees into a diaper.
Catheter.
We know.
7 hours. He doesn't pee.
He's got a diaper on, Mooch. You and I both know he's got a diaper on.
He's got the pins on. You think so? And he doesn't pee. And he doesn't drink caffeine. Caffeine's afraid of that guy. And he says he eats olives. And I go, olives? Yeah, he says that sucks up some of the moisture or something, fluids or something. And he stands there for 7 hours straight without a pee. And that's now you know. Yeah.
I mean, I do think that is incredible. When they go to the Octo box, though, you would think that your urine would get so excited it would come back inside.
Oh, yeah, especially during the witching hour.
But in my head, just like AJ does during the show, he's wearing a diaper.
Yep.
I think under those, because they got those Depends now. You're not there yet, obviously. Hopefully, I'll live long enough to do it. They got like a pretty sporty version.
Yeah, they're cool.
Hey, you can wear these diapers when you're out running around town a little bit. They don't want people to know that you're pissing directly into your pants, which I think he's doing. But if you're saying he's not, damn, hey, Scott Hansen.
Impressive.
That's impressive bladder control.
Right. Okay, so my birthday is on November 4th. You can, I'm an extra large if you want to send me anything. Anyway.
Well, not now. You lost 15 pounds. Maybe just a large.
Yeah.
Maybe just a large.
Yeah. The NFL Network anniversary date is November 4th as well. So they always have a little birthday party for the both of us. So Rich Eisen and Kurt Warner and Irv and all these guys over the years have given me birthday presents. So one year they gave me some Depends, a big old box on stage, and they wanted me to try them out. But anyway, that's all I know about Depends.
You had him on underneath that Spider-Man outfit last year. I know it. You know it. When I turned on the listen,
that thing was getting tight. That's why I needed to lose some weight. Spider-Man outfit wasn't fitting.
Dude, it was electrifying. Like, I wake up on Sunday. Sunday's the only day where I can sleep just a little bit because Saturday got game day, obviously. Then this show Monday through Friday. So Sunday I sleep in a little bit. Normally about 9, 10-ish, depending upon what time I get to. I'll be up pissing early. But I turned on the TV one morning, and it was the first thing I saw. Literally, my welcome to Sunday NFL football was you in a skin-tight fucking Spider-Man costume, dancing, I think, and then Kurt Warner was running sprints around the set in a Flash costume. And I'm like, what? Is this the greatest television of all time? We got Hall of Famers in costume here. And by the way, great analysis, great breakdown. That's why I think your guys' show never gets enough credit in the entire conversation. You guys do great work. We can't wait to see you back out there. Now, with that being said, Coach, let's dive into some of the storylines here. There's a lot going on around the NFL right now. Let's start with the New York Jets because I don't think I've heard your take on it as a whole. Obviously, veteran quarterback going to a younger team that is very talented, ready to run. Jets have stunk for a long time. You think overnight, here we go because they got Aaron and everybody else, Coach? Or what do you think realistic expectations are over there?
I think the stink is over. Robert Saleh, you know where he's from, guys?
Where's that?
He's from the Northern Michigan University. That's where I went to school. So start with that, AJ, all right? You're not the only "the" in the world here, okay? So he's a good coach and a good guy, and he's building that thing up, and it's his third year, and they've been drafting well now. If they get those linemen ready to go, because Garrett Wilson's the real deal, and we all know Breece Hall is, and my goodness, Sauce Gardner, and then you add a great quarterback. Look out. They're going to be a winning football team. Now, can they win enough games to surpass the Bills? We shall see. But that's a very good team right now, and they just got a little more mojo with Aaron Rodgers coming through that door. So
you're a believer. You're a believer, Coach.
I am. Their defense is solid. Their offense, a bunch of young guys. Oh, did they just grab Dalvin Cook? I mean, this team is built to hunt bear. I mean, this is a good football team.
Love that. Go ahead, AJ.
Coach, are you, I guess, like the national narrative is they're worried about their offensive line for the Jets. How worried are you, and how worried would you be if you were the head coach of the Jets right now?
They got to be healthy, man. They got to have their guys that they've been drafting and show up. Availability, that's kind of the key, right? And so if they're – but here's the thing. Even if they're a little bit, I don't want to say subpar. Let's say their offensive line isn't as good as other units. Aaron Rodgers throws the ball quickly. That's how they play football, right? I mean, they get the ball out and they're running RPOs and they're running screens and they're and he doesn't hold the football. He doesn't hold the football a lot, and so that's going to help an offensive line that doesn't have a bunch of Pro Bowlers on it right yet. So I think they can work around that just a little bit. They will run the football. You got to have a pretty good offensive line to run the football. However, they're not going to get 8 in the box a lot with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback and all these receivers they just signed with Allen Lazard and Randall Cobb and Cole Hardman and Garrett Wilson. You better have some safeties back. That's going to help the run game. It's a scary team to defend. There's weapons galore.
Yeah, they'll be able to kind of utilize what they have to set themselves up for success. I think O-line and the Jets is just the beginning of the O-line conversation. It's like Miami O-line situation, Carolina O-line situation. It feels like that is something that gets overlooked all offseason, and then whenever it really gets to the point of football, everybody's like, oh, yeah, fuck, we need an offensive line to be good. It's happening in a lot of places, Coach, I think.
So when I was coaching and when you guys were playing back in the day.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We had more practice. Let's face it. We had more two-a-days. We had more off-season. We had all of that. The position group that I think is being affected the most in pro football would be the offensive linemen, because we don't develop, and it starts off in high school and college, we don't develop offensive linemen like we need to. Teams are playing with 7 active offensive linemen. The backups have to be multiple, very position flexible. We don't have enough live work with pads on to pass rush and pass off games, run block, and all the things that, quarterbacks and receivers can go play catch anytime, anywhere, go to the beach and you can have a workout. But offensive linemen need live action against defensive linemen that are pass rushing full speed to protect quarterbacks. And it seems like there's a lot of teams that are a little bit thin on the offensive line. You'll see some teams that are loaded at other position groups, but the offensive line has been a concern since we changed these rules.
They can happen, though, right? Any group of 5 that has obviously the size and strength can become a great group, right? It's just waiting on that to happen.
And they have to play together. It's not just one-on-one, because you have to pass off games. You have to work with run schemes that are, lock down, kick out, all this different stuff that requires guys to play well together. And not very many teams will have all 5 guys be healthy the whole season. So they're mixing and matching. Half the teams are changing linemen every other game, it seems. And so we'll see how that works. But that's the concern for the line at the Jets and the Dolphins and some others. Hey, that's how we're built right now in the National Football League. You gotta hope to God that you got enough offensive linemen.
Yeah, and it doesn't show up till it shows up is the old adage, but it's real. Like, you think about that Bengals team with Joey Burrow and them when they went on that run, the offensive line was the problem. They win, problem they win, problem they win. Then all of a sudden it doesn't show up until what? The last play. Once again, it kind of ruins and loses the entire Super Bowl for them. So you just hope you're able to nip it in the bud a little bit earlier in the season, but it seems like a lot of people are having these problems. Speaking of problems or lack thereof, Feels like the new guy in Green Bay is awesome. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Coach, obviously with you being in Green Bay and coaching Favre and then covering Rodgers for the longest time, I'm curious what your thoughts on Jordan Love are, because going into the preseason, it seemed like, everyone was kind of, I don't want to say down on him, but as the preseason has kind of progressed and we've seen him play, the excitement and the expectations for him have kind of risen. What have you seen out of him so far? Do you think Green Bay fans should be confident with him going into the season? And what do you think realistic expectations for that Packers team this year are?
Thanks. That's a good question, and it's very important. His development and production this year will really affect the landscape of that division. Talk about big shoes to fill with Favre and Aaron Rodgers. My God, I mean, if he's 60% of those guys, he's still a good quarterback, and so he's a great kid. He does all the right things. He works at it. He's becoming a leader. That doesn't happen overnight, right? The thing that's gonna hold him back a little bit, I think, is there's such a young wide receiving core. He doesn't have a great bunch of weapons to throw to. They're all gone. He all followed Aaron Rodgers over to the Jets, and so Christian Watson was a young guy last year, and you're talking about Dobbs being a young guy coming back. Boy, they're gonna have to get some ground game going, with Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon and that kind of thing. The defense with Joe Barry at coordinator are gonna have to play their butts off to keep them in games. You don't want Jordan Love playing from behind with a young receiving core. That's for darn sure. It's just not there yet. So there's going to be some growing pains in Green Bay. And that's a prideful place. AJ, you know all about it. It's a prideful place, man. If they lose a game or you lose two games, I mean, like everybody at the mall is like looking at each other like, oh boy, okay, I can't deal with this. And so it's going to be fun to watch that division. I think the Lions are really good. The Vikings will see.
Hell yeah.
They can't win 13 games again, can they? Bears should be a little better, but we'll see what the Pack does. I grew up a Packer fan. I got Packer stuff all over. I grew up with look. Hey, let me show you something.
Yeah, please, let's do this.
Here we go.
This is great. This is a Jim Irsay collection.
Hey. Yeah, well, look at this. I don't know if you can see it. You see that little kid there?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 9-year-old Steve Mariucci, all right? I was getting autographs from Herb Adderley and Willie Wood and Lionel Aldridge. I got some with Bart Starr over there and Jimmy Taylor and Willie Davis. And that was my team growing up, man. That was my team. All right. I bleed green and gold. And so I watch with interest over there. But, I think they're going to just maybe take a step back and have to rebuild some areas over there.
Super cool looking little Italian kid there. Wasn't it? You see the hat on? You know what I mean? He looks super cool in there. Yeah, I didn't know you bled green and yellow over there. I didn't know that was the case. It makes sense you coached over there and liked them. When Brett Favre was the quarterback, that's a compliment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Talking about him playing football.
Great quarterback.
Obviously not off the field, anything like that. But when he was a quarterback, it was like his team, obviously, right? How he acted day to day. I think Aaron, the way up. Jordan Love, seemingly, and I think this is a big part of it, from what everybody's saying behind closed doors, he's acting the part. Like getting a chance to kind of watch a veteran quarterback, I think is priceless. Like, I wish Andrew Luck got to watch Peyton Manning whenever Peyton was here, so that like off the field in meetings and in building and how you can talk to people, what you can expect, how you're allowed to go about doing things. Feels like Jordan's picked those up from Aaron pretty quickly, just like Zach seemingly is in New York. That's a priceless thing I think Jordan has under his belt that definitely will help for the future. I'm a believer in Jordan Love a lot right now, Booch. Believer.
Good. I'm rooting for the kid. He's got all the physical qualifications that you need. He's got enough arm and size and athleticism, and he's not going to run around like Lamar Jackson or anything, and a lot of those zone read kind of things. But he's certainly able to scramble around, make first downs with his legs, and get out of the pocket with all the movements and keeps that they like to do. He's got to be himself. He can't be Brett or he can't be Aaron. He's got to be Jordan Love. And I think that's what he does. I think the leadership thing and the credibility will come after playing games. It's not just being good in the building and in meetings and on the practice field. That's where it starts. But he's got to perform on game day, and that's where you really get that credibility. And so it's going to be fun to watch this team. But they opened with the Bears, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy, and that's a big one. AJ knows that one, man. That's like their high school homecoming game, man. The whole town is just wild about it, and so that's going to be a big one in that division race.
Isn't it amazing how quickly and easy it is to become a leader whenever you win? You know, like it's you win a game, all of a sudden.
Helps leadership. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, absolutely. This guy wins. Fuck yeah, we'll listen to whatever he says. You lose, it's like, well, this guy's kind of a bad leader, isn't he? I mean, let's kind of do this whole thing. Look at Methie right now down in Miami.
Bingo.
That
Exactly.
guy's the leader of that team. Why? Well, they just win. It's hard not to follow him. It's if Jordan gets off to a hot start, I'm excited to hear what teammates say about him, about how he's handled this whole process. And if it goes the other way, excited to watch him kind of dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge it all. Pac-Man has a question for you, Coach.
What's up, Coach? I was just so fascinated.
Hi, Adam. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Coach.
Was that really 40 yards that you ran over there?
Yeah. You know these guys are not going to let me bullshit.
4.51.
Good.
39 years old, Coach.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's amazing.
I'm moving a little bit. I was just fascinated about them pictures, and I got so much respect for you as a coach. I got a question for you about the Hall of Fame. The 2023 Hall of Fame class was who? DeMarcus Ware, Zach Taylor, Joe Thomas, Revis, just to name a couple. On your list, who missed the list and who should be on the list next?
I'd have to take a look and see that, Adam. Who's up next year? But
do you vote, Coach? Do you vote?
I don't have a vote. No, I don't have a vote. In fact, I've been there. It's such a great weekend. The way they have the game, and then the jacket ceremony, and then the enshrinements and the speeches are awesome, right? It's just a fabulous football weekend. If you haven't been, for the viewers, if you haven't been to Canton, go and check out the Hall of Fame. It is amazing, and that's the best time to go. But I'm not sure, Pac-Man, if I would say they missed somebody, because there's just a lot of people that are very, capable of or deserving to be there. Just if you just talk one category, if you just talk the coaches, okay?
Here we go.
Because there's different categories. There's contributors, right? There's players, there's seniors, there's coaches. If you just take the coaches, there's a bit of a logjam right now, because it's like who goes in next? You had Don Coryell go in, and he's now in the Hall of Fame in college and in the pros, right? He didn't win any Super Bowls, but he invented this Coryell offense, right? Air Coryell, and had a bunch of players go into the Hall of Fame from that system. But you have guys like Mike Holmgren waiting to get in.
Hell yeah.
Mike Shanahan waiting to get in after winning 2.
Shanahan's not in there?
Tom Coughlin
won 2 Super Bowls. He's not in yet. You got George Seifert, who's won 2 Super Bowls, and he's not in yet. And so Dan Reeves, who's been to 8 million Super Bowls, a different head coach and assistant. So there's a lot of guys. And so the selection committee, and there's a writer or a person from each city, and then there's some at large. They have to stand on the table and just kind of say, this is the guy from this area. This is who we need to vote for, and sell it. I mean, they have to sell it. And so it's going to be interesting to see which coach gets in next. Yeah, and it's hard, Adam. It's hard to get in as a first ballot guy.
Yeah,
there's so many good players stockpiled in different positions.
Just quick question: is it only one coach per year? Is that what the rules are, or can we have
I think there's a rule? I think there could be a contributor and a coach, and it doesn't have to be. It could be 0, it could be 1 or 2. I think.
Feels like we should just do a makeup real quick.
Bingo.
Have a coach's class almost.
Yeah, open the gates.
You know what I mean? Kind of get that whole thing figured out there. Because a lot of the names you said, I automatically assumed, like if Mike Shanahan was coming on, I think my natural reaction would be Hall of Famer,
yes,
Mike Shanahan. I think is especially now with what Kyle has birthed.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean? With his overall impact into the game, I would have just assumed he would Holmgren.
Right.
Same exact thing. The names are just synonymous with football greatness. You'd be like Hall of Famer. I did not know that was the case. That's a nice piece of information to kind of have here. It feels like we got the Colts have Dwight Freeney still not in.
Yeah.
Somehow. Robert Mathis still not in. And I don't want to point at the person who's doing the pitch job or whatever. You got Peyton in 15 seconds or whatever, but not being able to get Dwight Freeney in. Like,
come on.
What are we?
what are we doing here? You know what I mean? I feel like that's an easy pitch there. It's a weird
There
thing.
are so many guys that belong, and they will eventually get in. But it's just a matter of sometimes you got to wait your turn. You know,
Coach, you're getting in there. Coach, you're getting in there one day. Coach, you're in there one day wearing that fucking Spider-Man costume. This dude is willing to do whatever for the NFL.
Let me tell you a quick story about that Spider-Man. We do it every year, though. One year they go, all right, Mooch, you got to get in that Spider-Man costume because we're going to do a bump. You know, a bump means, all right, coming up next is Spider-Man bullshit. Okay, so then I had like a minute. I'm sorry for swearing. Am I allowed to do that on your show? And so I had about a minute to get dressed. Yeah, I got a suit on. So I'm pulling that thing up real fast. All right, hurry, Mooch, get out there. And I put it on, and I put it on backwards. The zipper was on. It was backwards. Oh, no. And so I did the bump. From a backwards Spider-Man costume. And then I said, screw it, I'm not changing. So I did the segment with a backwards Spider-Man costume. My grandkids are going, Grandpa, you look like an idiot because they got it on wrong.
You think that's why your grandpa looks like an idiot?
Yeah.
It was great, though. It was a great segment. Hey, who's going to be the superhero of the day? It was a great segment. I think you hit, too. Way to go, Spider-Man. Appreciate that. Connor has a question for you about somebody having to act like a superhero.
Yeah, Mooch, massive conversation this offseason is this running back market, and obviously, it's not going to get fixed overnight, and something inevitably will happen for them, hopefully. But right now with the Colts, Jonathan Taylor, he was just given permission to seek a trade. So my question for you is more so, how difficult is it for Shane Steichen, first year, brand new head coach, never done this before, and his best player or one of his best players, if not the best player, has requested a trade? How difficult is it for a coach to handle that, and just the team as a whole as they're trying to, establish a brand new culture?
That's not what he has signed up for, okay? That's one of the reasons why he went there, because he's got a great running back. And so not everybody has a great running back. It's a running back by committee in some places, So now he's going to go, I got no running back, and I'm going to have a rookie quarterback. Oh, good luck to you, all right? And so and I know now they want what, more than Christian McCaffrey trade with the 49ers and Panthers, and he got a 2, 3, 4, and 5, and they want at least a 1 or a bunch of others. And so it's a shame, really. It's a shame how it all came down with a hurt ankle, and then he got a bad back, but he doesn't have a bad back, and there are just some hurt feelings there, it seems like. But anyway, this sets a team back a little bit. Yeah, you can get some draft picks for next year and the year after, but you know what? That's not going to help you. That's not going to help you in September. So that's a future thing for maybe the next coach. I mean, you got to try to win some games right now and prove that you belong and have some credibility early in your coaching career. So it just got a little more difficult. But now they're going to have to see how he deals with a real young football team. We'll see.
I love that. Yo, you guys got a 2025 first rounder. That's good. Yeah.
Hey, thanks.
That'll probably be the next fucking. And also, no, don't swear on this show. Sorry, it is absolutely disgusting what you just did right there. AJ has a question for you, Coach.
Coach, how do you see everything playing out in San Francisco with their quarterback situation with Trey Lance? Obviously, what do you see? What do they do with them? What does Sam Darnold's career look like? Are they all there? Are they a couple people gone, one gone? What are we going to do?
Boy, this Bay Area over here is buzzing about that situation. We are doing a show. I did a show last week. Sometimes we say things, they just come out because you're all excited. They just come out. And I did a little segment, and I said San Francisco, because I went to their training camp right down the road here. Boy, do they have a good football team. Whoa, they're a Super Bowl caliber team. There's no doubt about that. If they stay healthy, it's going to be them in Philly, and may the best team win. The quarterback situation.
I thought we liked the Lions.
Detroit.
I thought we liked the Lions.
Come on,
I'd like them to win the division, not the.
Oh, okay. A little realistic.
We'll take that.
Reality.
So, but Brock Purdy played his 7 games, and he was 7-0 until he got hurt, and then against the Eagles, and so he played better than anybody in the world expected. He probably played better than he expected. Okay, let's be honest. And we are all waiting for him to show a drive or a quarter or a game like, oh, there's the rookie, there's Mr. Irrelevant. He never did. He played his butt off all the way through.
Thank you.
So he earned the starting job. So give it to him. If he can play like that, I said it on the air. If they can play like that, they'll win the Super Bowl. Because I mean, that passer rating was off the charts last year.
What about Bosa? What about Bosa not being there? That's a big deal. He's the best player on the team.
You know what? He'll be there. He'll show up like.
That's what everybody is saying. Everybody's just like, yeah, it'll get figured out. It'll get figured out. Well, okay.
Some of these guys, they don't like training camp, and I know it's shorter than it used to be, but they'll figure it out. Some of them work out like crazy. They'll be in shape. And he'll be there. Chris Jones will be there for the Chiefs, and we'll all live happily ever after. It's just going to be a little pricey. And so, but to answer your question about the other quarterbacks, I said that they have 3 quarterbacks that can start in the National Football League: Trey Lance and Sam Darnold, and of course Brock. Well, then that night, then Trey Lance played, and it looked like deer in the headlights. It's like, and I like the kid a lot. Because I thought he was going to be their starter last year, and he was, until the second week he gets hurt, and that's it. So I hope he gets his confidence. He looked like he was holding on to the ball, wasn't sure to pull the trigger, wasn't working through his progression in a timely fashion. It looked rusty, worse than rusty, right? Yeah. So I'm hoping he gets it back. Plus, if they feel Sam Darnold can be that backup, and I think they can, and they do, then Trey Lance becomes a guy they could trade before the October trade deadline, right? But they got to show that he's able to play well, like they hoped back then. He's got to play better.
He threw a touchdown, right, this past weekend?
Yeah.
I saw a touchdown down a seam there. Yeah, I saw a little bit. I saw some good. Then there was some other stuff that just wasn't good. It just, every time he goes out there, I think we're all thinking, okay, this is going to be the game where we learn whether or not he's a guy. This kind of happened with Drew Lock in Denver a couple years ago. Remember when we were like, this is going to be whether we find out if Drew Lock's the guy or not. And then got through another season and was like, all right, next season we're going to find out if Drew Lock's the guy or not. And Trey Lance, we're trying to find out if he's a guy or not from practice clips, a couple preseason drives, because once regular season happens, there's no way Purdy's going to let this spot go. And there's no way Shanahan has time to be like in a developmental phase, right? Doesn't the team and where Trey Lance is just don't match each other at all? Like Anthony Richardson, they're saying he needs to play a lot of football. It's like, well, we got a team that probably not going to win a Super Bowl this year. Might win a Super Bowl this year. I mean, who knows? Should. Okay, whatever. But they're going to grow together, and they're going to be good. It's like Trey Lance was coming into an NFC championship team, and they're like, well, he's got to grow. It's like, Shanahan doesn't give a fuck about that, right? I mean, he's like, we got to win a Super Bowl right now. Who did? I did? Did I?
What?
Did I fucking say?
The hell you say?
I did?
You just opened the door. Okay.
I heard you say butt in that last answer.
That was weird.
That was very nice. You slipped ass in there, or we're going to hang up on you.
Did I?
No,
Is that a Nerf ball? What is that?
No, this is a Baby Duke right here. This is a Baby Duke. It's a smaller football. To be honest, it's like a perfect tailgating football. And I would say you should buy it, but they're already sold out and they're impossible to recreate.
Yep.
So this was something we had in our store. We had to get 6 of them because we didn't know if we were ever going to get them back. Perfect tailgate ball. Can punt this, can throw this, it can survive. It's also much smaller, though, than an NFL ball. Like, I got real used to throwing this thing around. Then I had the actual Duke in my hand the other night. I was playing catch with the sheriff, slipping out of my hand. Oh my God.
No.
I looked like the worst athlete of all time trying to throw it. So this ball is a gift, but it also fucked me really bad. Sure. You know what I mean? There's another one, by the way, Mooch.
Why would you punt a ball at a tailgate? The ball goes shanks over there and then the next row, and then you lose it.
Well, not me, Mooch. I'm putting that thing right on somebody's table. You know what I mean? I'm putting that thing on a table over there. AJ's got something for you, Coach.
Hi, AJ.
Coach, what's your season schedule look like? I'm curious, like day to day. Now, when we hit the season, we hit the ground running. We see you on TV a lot. What's it like? And is it what your schedule you'd like to have, or can you kind of create your own schedule?
So, you guys know that the NFL Network and ESPN and some others really pared things down. Okay, made some cuts, and our network didn't escape that. We about 40 people, I think.
What? I didn't know that. NFL Network?
Well, not all analysts, but some behind the scenes people. Yeah, I mean, just tough times, right? I just agreed, though, and I'm very fortunate, very happy to a new 2-year deal.
Hey, we're lucky for that.
You're gonna have to put up with me in my Spider-Man costume a little bit more.
Oh, we
you gotta see Santa Mooch. That one's even better. Anyway, But I'm going to be on game day morning on Sunday mornings. So get your butts up, all right? It's 4 hours long pregame show. We start sooner than anybody, and love it. Coming up, this Super Bowl will be my 19th Super Bowl with the network. I love it. And then I stay for Monday, and we do the pregame show from the studios for the Monday Night Football game. Now, AJ, you've been in our studio before, but you haven't been in the new one, have you?
No, is that the one at SoFi?
Right next to SoFi. It's the Taj Mahal of studios. It's unbelievable. Yeah,
I have not been to that.
They just
one.
built that, and then they let go 40 people. Right?
Yeah, that's weird.
There'll be two Taj Mahal here, maybe. You think maybe?
I don't know the budget, but I know my schedule now. But the only thing that's unknown right now is because the NFL Network has 4 international games: 2 in London, 2 in Frankfurt, Germany. Never been to Frankfurt, Germany. We went to Munich last year. I've never seen anything like it. The fans, they're all sold out all the time, right? The international games. The fans stayed for over an hour in the stadium singing, just American songs, right? Hey, hey. And we were up in the booth singing with them. We had Rich and Kurt and I and Irv, we're singing along with these people. It was the most amazing thing I ever saw. And I hope to go back to Munich at some point, but we're going to have 2 in Frankfurt down the road a little bit. And but they haven't told us if we're going to do them or if somebody else is going to do them. We'll wait and see. But for sure, on Sundays and Mondays, AJ.
Hey, Frankfurt, good city too. You're gonna Germany.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah,
I hope we go.
We're trying to go too. I think the Colts playing the Patriots one of those games.
And then Chiefs Dolphins.
Dolphins.
You're gonna go. You're gonna go.
We're gonna try to make the trip over there. I think to see the Colts Patriots game. It's tough with game day on Saturday though. That's tough to be able to make.
You're gonna keep doing that, huh?
Yeah, I enjoy it. I do. It's great.
Yeah, I know it. It's awesome. It's a great show. But love when all those kids come out and the stands right behind you there. It's wild. Yeah.
Bro, those kids are getting there like 2 a.m., 1 a.m. trying to get a spot. That's bananas. It's like Taylor Swift type stuff. I've never.
Hey, did you go to Montana State game last year?
Yeah, cold, minus 15. Real nice.
Yeah, Lee Court. You guys put Lee out there. You put a Lee out there.
I did not put Lee out.
Oh my God.
No.
Lee was actually Lee had a medical situation happen, I think, in Clemson. And then he missed like 2 weeks or whatever, but we were getting news that he was good. Like, he's good.
Yeah.
And the shame, me and Lee became like good friends literally that week. I think Lee and I were just starting to really get together. You know what I mean? We were really starting to bond. And then he has the medical situation like Saturday morning, so he's not there for the show. And like, we're being told as we wake up and we're getting in the cars, like, hey, Coach Corso is in the hospital right now. And it's like, what are we talking about? Because he's an older gentleman. So, like, anytime you go to the hospital, like, fear for the absolute worst. And then we get a message from Lee. He's like, I'm going to be just fine. Like, don't you even worry about this whole thing. So then he's off a couple weeks. And then his first show back was negative 20 degrees in Montana. Yeah. I will let you weren't the only one that was watching asking questions. I was there like, is this the one that we need Coach at this fucking game? I mean, it's great to have him. But I don't know if this is the right time.
Watching you guys on that little set there, and it was like freezing. I'm going, oh, Lee didn't go. Thank God he didn't go. And then pretty soon he comes waddling out there, and oh no, they didn't ask him to do this. I coached for Lee Corso in the USFL, fellas, Orlando Renegades. Yep, 1985. It was spectacular. I love him. I loved him like a father. He's terrific.
Hey, he's still got it. Obviously, he is.
Look at him
moving.
Where's Faudo?
Well, Faudo got introduced later, and I'll tell you what, Mooch, that Montana crowd was not happy that fucking Sir Nick Faudo was going to be the guy representing that.
No.
They had signs because I was in the middle of the Yellowstone thing where everybody was Kevin Costner. Shout out Tone Diggs, actually. He started wearing a cowboy hat after watching it. Yeah. There were signs, numerous, like 15 signs that were like, don't move to Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we hate everything that is happening to Montana because this Yellowstone show, everybody's falling in love. And then Sir Nick Faudo gets up there, and they're like, how long have you been in Montana? He's just moved here like a month ago. Yeah. And they're like, we hate this guy.
Accent.
We hate this guy. And then he came up, had no idea. It was great. It was fantastic. Not Nick Faudo's fault.
No.
Yeah, you want to hear a secret?
Well,
I'm building a house in Montana. I love it.
Don't move there.
Yeah, keep it to yourself.
Gas picker.
What part of Montana are you going to?
Whitefish. Love it.
Dude, We dropped in there.
You got Bozeman, you got Missoula, you got Whitefish up north, and it's just spectacular.
The people
there's elk running around the property. There's a bear. Watch out! And just it's fantastic. Bald eagles flying by. I just I get away from the hustle and bustle, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful. We landed in there. It was like a postcard. Obviously freezing cold, like very, very, very cold. But then that
was a weird looking jacket you had on there. Where'd you get that jacket from?
So that was actually like a bathroom.
Like a robe?
Like a robe.
Yep.
That was a robe that it was whatever the thickest stuff I had at the house. I was actually the most prepared. So like I had the most ridiculous boots on. Like I went
you
on.
didn't have a hat on.
Yeah, but I did have those ear things. Look, I had the ear things. You know what I mean?
But your heat dissipates through your head, not just an ear. You got to put something on your head to keep the heat down.
All right, so next time we go, I'll do that. But you remember how much hairspray I got in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically a hat.
In the hair. So it's kind of keeping it all in there. But it's hard not to want to move there when you go there. The Montana people, incredible.
Yes.
Like very good people. It felt like everybody I met was incredibly kind. It's beautiful to look around. And then like, I don't know if you do this or not, Mooch. They got the best weed that I've experienced. You know what I mean? Because we travel, Mooch. I don't know if you're smoking dope or not, but I mean, if you are, would love to smoke weed with you in Montana. Whenever you,
I'm in the never did, never will club. Okay.
Never will. Come on.
Never did, never will.
No.
That's me. That's it.
What about the little edibles? You ever eat the little edibles?
Nothing.
Oh, when you move to Montana, you're gonna have to try it.
Yeah.
They had the best weed.
Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck would go on.
Bingo.
Whoa.
What was that about?
What are you doing? You out the guy?
Not with THC in it, never the THC stuff.
I think he was a never did, never will guy for a while either. And then he got his hands on one of them little candies that maybe old Uncle Pat gave.
Tim Allen over here.
Yeah, my joints are feeling a lot better.
Never did, always will.
Man, am I? All right, Mooch. Have an incredible season. We appreciate the hell out of you, buddy.
Hey, keep having fun, guys. It's awesome. Good show.
Hey, congrats on the new deal. That's good for all of us.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Thanks. Looking forward to it. Just get your butt up early on Sunday morning and watch, will you?
What time does it start?
Well, it's 6 o'clock out here on the West Coast. That'd be 9 o'clock East. Where are you?
America. Yeah, America. I'm out here in America. Eastern Standard.
You're in America. Okay, you don't want to divulge your location. Okay.
No, I'm at the Thunderdome. It's in Indiana, but we are Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
All right,
early.
All right. All right. Talk to you guys later, huh? Stay out of trouble.
Yep.
All right, Mooch. You
See
too.
you, Coach.
Stop swearing on air, too. You know what I mean? It's disgusting.
Good Lord.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Moo.
I love it. He said, all right, guys, this is over. Wrap it up.
All right, I'm done with it. Was he looking at notes early there, you think?
Yeah.
I think he was looking at, I think he had like notes on every team scattered somewhere.
He knew.
And he was just
Probably always has, tons and tons of notes everywhere.
He's a coach. You know he's got to spend his time doing something.
Yeah.
Probably got
Not
a
weed.
computer right there where he could just smash the team.
Well, he should smoke a little dope.
Yeah.
He needs some.
Hey, that was a surprise to me. Montana had the best weed. The best by far.
That's because it's got the best soil, the
Highest
best farms,
quality,
the best
too.
people, the best agriculture, the best livestock.
What?
The Fertile Crescent.
Clean air.
What Sugar Sean said, I feel like that is why. Like the organic, what is the word for it? Growing of it? Yeah, it is, if that makes sense. Like the organic part of it must be better
No
than anywhere.
pesticide.
There's no
pesticide.
no pollutants out there,
no
my friend.
GMO.
It's not like a house either.
The house though, the store that I went to was an actual house, and it was like beautiful.
like a 2-floor one, right?
Yeah, it was
Wasn't
very nice.
Yeah.
You walk in, you walk down the hallway. They got like edibles down the hallway. Then you get into the kitchen area. They got like a whole thing set up. I'm like, this is a nice house.
Sick.
Where I need to be.
It is a good state.
Beautiful.
And then you walk outside.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It is colder than any cold I've ever felt in my entire life.
Probably cold there, right? I bet at night right now it's getting down there.
It's not cold here.
No, it's not.
Let's go to the phones. Let's go to Sadler in Alabama. Sadler, what's going on, pal?
Cool, man. I'm doing great. I live in Alabama, but I'm in Madison, Wisconsin.
Hell yeah. Love that, Sadler. What do you want to talk about, brother?
Jonathan Taylor's trade.
Where's he going?
Good.
Green Bay Packers.
Whoa, Sadler.
Yeah.
Maybe the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Jones, A.J. Dillon, Jonathan Taylor, Jordan Love.
But
now we're talking about an old school football team.
Sign me up. We'll send a 7th-round pick back to Indianapolis. They can take care of his contract, and And who knows? Maybe the Packers win the Super Bowl.
I don't think that's going to take place. Let's go to Isaiah in Arizona. Pulling for you, though, Sadler. What's going on, Isaiah?
Hey, boys. Pat, how you doing? Keep it moving.
Bingo.
Nice.
Hey, just real quick, shout out to the team for all y'all success, and congrats to ESPN. I know y'all be getting a lot of hate, but y'all real fans, we're with you, and we support y'all since day one, and we're going to be there for y'all. So shout out to you boys, man. Congrats.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Isaiah. We appreciate the hell out of you, man.
Hell yeah.
Need to hear that, Isaiah. Need to hear that. We appreciate it. What do you want to talk about now?
Of course, yeah, no doubt. Real quick, speaking of mooch, I'm actually a brand ambassador out here in Arizona. So next time y'all are definitely in the state, definitely let your boy know. I can definitely go ahead and help you all out. Look for the best disposed. And get you guys the best. Speaking of weed, I mean, Arizona's pretty nice in cannabis.
Yeah, it is. Arizona has the best laws. Arizona has the best laws. Yeah, you can go in there and George Young that thing. I'll take everything you have in here. And they said, you got it.
Suitcase.
You absolutely got it. You don't live in the state? No.
Don't
Who cares?
matter.
Take the whole thing.
Yep.
Oh, thank you.
Gotcha.
I'm going to be here for a week. Can I buy the whole store?
You bet.
Yeah.
Sure.
Got it.
Come back tomorrow.
Okay, sweet. You're not going to remember? No.
Nah.
All good. Do what you got to do. With that being said, I don't know Montana's laws because I was only there for a night or whatever.
Yeah.
So I didn't try to buy the whole store.
Sure.
So I think Arizona probably still has the best laws, if I had to guess. You guys do it right out there, Isaiah. I appreciate you, pal. Isaiah's a good guy. Why don't you hit him up next time we go out?
I 1,000% will, especially after those kind words he just shared with us.
We have some information coming in on the San Francisco 49ers camp. David Lombardi asked Kyle Shanahan how the third quarterback rule will work. He said that the NFL sent him a memo last night and thinks he'll have to specifically designate the 49ers' third emergency quarterback every week. So we'll get a firm answer. Okay, we're moving on. It's gone exactly as I expected it to go. Kyle Shanahan said of 49ers negotiations with Nick Bosa. So when does Shanahan expect negotiation? And hopefully sooner rather than later. Can we go back to that other one? So we'll get who's QB2. So okay, sweet. Yeah. So every week that person is not allowed to be on any of the other football plays. They are just a emergency quarterback. I would like them to potentially put them in like a box on the sideline.
Yeah.
And like
That'd be so cool.
Has to stay
both
in
these
there.
guys get, and then you can open the box. You know what I mean? They come out. That's kind of what the NFL is trying to do because of what happened to the Niners in the NFC Championship game. Kyle Shanahan says 49ers scout team QB duties can alternate week to week between Trey Lance and Sam Darnold, depending on which QB can best emulate opposing offenses to San Francisco's practice purposes. Okay, pretty standard operating procedure there. There are teams that actually bring in quarterbacks for a week to emulate another quarterback on another team. So that whole thing is evolving, probably will every single week. The answer, no answer to who's backup quarterback is obviously a piece of information that we need. And the Bosa deal, sooner than later, everybody's kind of guessing it's going to happen in the next few days. Good updates there from Kyle Shanahan over there, from David Lombardi himself, AJ.
Yeah, it is. And what is that? Is this the first year where that rule changed where you can add a third quarterback? He doesn't count against your 46-man game day roster.
Yeah, he does count against your practice day squad, though.
Yeah.
So he does count.
But not the.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just not the game day roster. So you can bring him up, but he can only go in through injuries or expulsions. They kick a dude out.
Yeah, can only play quarterback. So like if there's like a package of like Trey Lance and Purdy, for some reason be on the field at the same time, Trey Lance would have to be the 2, but they couldn't do that with Sam Darnold if he was the 3.
And this is strictly because of what happened to the Niners in the NFC Championship game.
I wonder does the emergency quarterback, how does that go for his pay? Is he on the practice squad?
Oh,
Is he on active roster?
Interesting.
Probably active.
But is he?
Yeah,
I think only if they open that box.
Yeah, depending on.
Yeah, once
if they ring the bell.
Once they crack that box open.
So is he,
what if the ref has
cut or is he not cut? Does this guy, you can pick him up off another
yeah, does he count as a practice squad player?
That's what I'm saying.
Because if somebody's on a practice squad, you can sign them off the practice squad.
There's no way.
No.
You don't think so?
No, there's
no way.
And you have to be active for a few weeks. If you get signed off for practice squad, you got to be active for 3 weeks? Is that right?
Yeah.
They're not going to put Trey Lance on the practice squad.
Yeah.
Just let someone else.
So it might be Sam Darnold, though, right?
Yeah.
They might put Sam Darnold on
that
there.
either.
Yeah, because somebody will sign him.
Yeah, because they just signed him.
Interesting.
Yeah. There's no way.
A little extra layer of, how does the rule work? I think a lot of these teams are about to figure out how this rule works.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure you don't get full pay if you're the emergency guy.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about with the Patriots and Malik Cunningham, is having him as the number 2 and Zappy as the 3, because they could actually use Malik Cunningham in the run game and pass game.
I just saw Zappy.
Zip on the ball.
Zappy's college coach was talking to Jordan Schultz.
Really?
Did an interview with him.
I saw some of that.
Hilltop?
You saw that?
I saw a little bit of it.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you
Tyson
did.
Helton. Tyson Helton, I believe, is the coach.
He actually talked about zip on the ball Zappy in the interview.
Yeah.
I watched this full 2-minute clip from
Okay.
Schultz. We never really got to a point and never really divulged any information about zip on the ball Zappy.
Sure.
But I did learn that a guy that coached Bailey Zappi was talking to Schultz, and Schultz is doing interviews.
Nice.
So it got me pretty jacked up.
Okay.
What day was that?
Okay. We learned so much. That's all you got out of it.
Did
2 or
you
3
watch
days
it? What
ago.
did you get from it? What did
I
you?
probably saw the same clip.
Yeah. When was that? That was just a few days ago. I'm like, Schultz is doing interviews.
It must have been over the weekend.
Zip on the ball
From the
Zappy.
room. From the room he was in when he came on the show.
Yeah,
He's
had-
got a studio.
Yeah. Yep.
Had,
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
Yes.
Okay.
It was sweet.
I was like, here we go. This is the next evolution of the Schultz report.
Yeah, this is Speak Schultz.
I love what we're doing. This is Schultz Speaks.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is. Is he still doing the?
I haven't
I
seen
think-
him.
Hasn't been on there in a couple days.
So Shady's full time on that show.
Yeah.
Lives in L.A.
Yeah.
Got it. He was going to do Skip, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
people were saying at the beginning? He is not.
Rumor.
Now it is Sherman, Wheezy,
Yep.
And
Irvin,
Yep.
Irvin. Yeah.
Michael Irvin.
I don't know if that's confirmed yet, but they're basically saying he is going to do it. And then there was one more that was
There
just
was one
announced,
more.
right? Who was it?
Bruce said Keyshawn Johnson.
Yes, that's who they were
Keyshawn,
talking
yeah.
Rachel
about.
Nichols as well, right?
She
Right.
is the mediator, yeah.
Got it. Okay, so Skip is coming with a carousel.
Yeah. And then they were saying Nick Wright too, but Skip won't do it because he knows that Nick Wright will quote unquote disembowel him on TV.
Nick
yeah.
Wright would be the end of Skip Bayless.
I do remember
Really?
that was reported.
Yes.
yeah, that was reported. Yeah.
An anonymous Fox FS1 exec said, we can't put Nick Wright up there with Skip. He'll disembowel him.
Suit.
This is
and
probably
his
the
hair.
part of the show,
Really?
by the way, that
Yeah.
Greg Swain was watching.
Could have been.
We had a guy with 76,000 followers who's been in sports media since 1998. Said he gave our show a shot today. 10 more minutes. Hates it even more than he did last time. I just reposted it.
Yeah, less cerebral.
Kenny Powers.
Sports sesh.
Yeah. I appreciate him.
I mean, anytime you're in the same sentence as Kenny Powers.
Well, it was two different posts, though.
Take it.
You know, it wasn't in the first post.
Which would have been cool.
He might hate the big boss man too.
Well, yeah, because he could have tuned in while we were breaking down the fucking funeral heist of the century.
Yeah.
Disagreed with it.
From Big Boss Man in 1999.
Yeah.
Sorry, we took a trip back in time, pal.
Yeah, we do that.
There's going to be a lot of Greg Swains.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
People are going to be so mad at us.
Yeah. Whatever.
I think they're going to be more confused at times, too.
Yeah, gave Pat McAfee Show another 10 minutes today as nothing else is on, obviously. Worse than I even remembered and wondering how they'll survive on ESPN without cursing. Oh,
What a heinous.
You do game day, right? Correct?
huh?
You do game day, right?
Yeah, and SmackDown.
Do you cuss on there the whole time?
Oh, yeah. They're just able to mute it and edit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, come on.
Same with the watch-alongs on ESPN too. We were just,
Oh, yeah, when we were on the field.
Yeah.
we did 6 of those, but they were cutting all that stuff.
And we weren't allowed to say a lot of the things we will be allowed to say.
Yeah. Funny enough.
Weird. Greg Swain's it's gonna be, hey Greg, listen, I respect everything you've done for sports media. Now, you have ushered in us as the sports media though, because of how terrible you and your friends have treated sports media. Okay. So you're the reason why we exist. Just want to let you know that. And I know that's probably a tough pill to swallow whenever you watch shows like ours and be like, well, this is probably some of my fault. Yeah, it is. And on the flip, you're not the only one. And we hate us sometimes too, you know, and just know we're going to be way too big and on way too many TVs this fall. We understand that, Greg.
Yes.
But with that being said, the reality of the situation is you're either going to like us or you're going to be forced to hate us for everything we do every single day.
One or the other.
And it's going to be there. We're going to be in a lot of places this fall. New Monday Night Football Countdown Show. Did you see that? Scott Van Pelt, Swagoo, Robert Griffin III, Ryan Clark, Emmy winner for Best Media Personality. Adam Schefter snuck in there, did a little punditry insider work. Then he handed it over to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman with a great game. Last night was, I think, a great start for the whole new crew over there at ESPN. They spelled Odell Beckham Jr.'s name wrong.
That was weird.
Can't do
On the
that.
graphic. You can't have the graphic spelling a guy's name wrong, especially if he's like one of the most popular humans on earth, not just in the NFL, but like
Across the board.
across the board at this stage. Can't do that. But it was a good night last night. I'm excited to watch SVP back in the primetime spot.
Yeah, it was obviously Sam Howell. That dude looked good to me. He could sling it. Josh Johnson too, as well on the other side. I like how he played too. But also there was a dude, a tight end, number 88's helmet. Is that one of those position-specific helmets where the front was built up a little bit?
I didn't see it.
Yes.
Team?
I did.
It's
okay.
like
on the Ravens.
It looked like the next gen of what Kittle was wearing. Which
Kittle had
like
those
a
big.
motorcycle helmet.
It's like that kid, 88. It felt as though that was the next step after Kittle.
You said it looked like a motorcycle helmet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Diesel.
You look good. You like this helmet?
It's like big. It's like the front. It looks like it's built up a little bit. I'm wondering how it feels. I would assume it's very comfortable. Is what from looking at it.
And you were also saying that'd be a good weapon. That's what you're saying.
No, I mean I don't know what the league's trying to do. If they're building stuff out in the front of your skull, do they want you to use it? I don't know. They're sending mixed signals there.
AJ says, you put this helmet in my locker. You're saying, hey, AJ Hawk, use your forehead as a weapon. We built in a little extra padding for you to do your thing. That's what you're saying?
I'm saying maybe it's a tight end helmet because he's at hand in the ground a lot of times, blocking in line. There's a lot of head contact, head to head from your face. So maybe we'll see more of those.
There's a lot of tweets about his helmet, but none of a picture of it.
You remember like
X's.
Come on.
I did this too with Sugar Sean.
Posts.
It's an X.
Always tweets to me.
Are you going to really do that?
Can't teach no.
What's that building in Chicago?
Sears Tower?
Oh, no. No. The Hancock building.
Willis Tower.
Willis Tower, you're
The
right.
Hancock building is very nice.
It is.
By the way. It's very nice.
What's the Sears Tower now?
It is the Sears Tower.
Willis.
No, it's not, right?
Willis.
They sold the rights to it. Sears isn't a store anymore.
Yeah, Sears died.
No, it's still Sears.
That's not true. The Kardashian line of clothes saved it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it saved the Sears Tower?
I think
Saved
Jessica
Sears.
Simpson
Sears?
done well.
No, they couldn't do.
It's named the Sears Tower?
No. Bruce
That's
Willis
Sears.
bought the naming rights to it.
It's
What you
called
talking
the
about,
Willis Tower.
Hardware
right.
company.
It's going to be hard to ever call it the Willis Tower, though.
I don't even know it by that at all.
Just like Twitter. It's going to be tough to call it X.
Yeah.
How long are we going to do that? How do we even do it?
We don't.
No one says you have to.
I was on X last night.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Then you
porn site.
people think you're looking at porn all
Drugs.
night.
Yeah, drugs.
And drugs. Yeah.
I was rolling on X.
Yeah.
I was scrolling on X last night.
Literally.
Man, I was starting to feel good. Then somebody said some terrible stuff and it all went south.
Room started spinning.
The X is
You
a
see,
little-
Logan Paul had a presser I saw, and Tyson Fury's dad made an appearance.
So I didn't see all that happened. I read the headline. John Fury
Flipping
flipped
tables.
the table. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. He hates Logan Paul. He's on Logan's side.
I don't know if he's going after Logan or because his son's fighting KSI. There's a bunch of back and forth from what I saw.
This is the one where Dylan Dennis decided to utilize the X app and just.
Yes. Still
That-
continues to
The
be.
Yeah.
He is on there too.
It's literally the X app.
Yeah.
Yeah, the EX app. It's how Dylan Dennis. Dylan Dennis just got it wrong. Wait, I'm supposed to just post X's on here, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what we're?
I didn't know this was still Twitter.
John Fury here, obviously getting jacked up, cutting a promo, and this table is soft. I'm a gypsy. I live in a wagon, and we're not doing this anymore. Yeah, the Furies have a full reality show.
I saw some of it.
Hey, come on,
Come on, Bob.
Look at him. He's getting ready.
Who's he fighting there? KSI?
KSI, yeah.
Logan Paul. Whose side is Logan Paul on?
He's on KSI's side.
Oh,
yes.
That was not his action.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Lunatic.
So Tyson Fury bops 7 times a day.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
John Fury said he's going to hump something.
That's
in
a
the
penalty
submission.
in the NFL.
He kept it.
That was passed down.
They got a horny family.
They do.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't they?
The Furies bone.
They do.
They really do.
Hey, some big guys too, buddy.
Hey, that's a good promotion, though, this guy. You put a microphone on him, he's good to go.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a time where he wasn't allowed to leave, like, some country because he was under...
Yeah.
Is that
England.
still happening?
I don't know. Because I
Bruce,
think
This is
there
in London.
Yep.
This is in London,
This
I believe,
is in
right?
London, yeah.
So he's back. Welcome me back to London. I'm going to flip a few tables and let the people know what they've been missing.
That is a power stroke.
Yeah.
It
Wow.
was.
Yeah.
Oh!
Whoa.
No wonder.
I don't know who was going to be on the other end of that, but they were going to definitely get some.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was
Tyson's
Furies
fighting Francis, right? Tyson's Francis in October. Is that right? A boxing match?
in Saudi,
Ngannou. Isn't he fighting Francis Ngannou, I believe?
Believe
Allegedly,
so.
yeah.
Dubai or Saudi.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one. I would guess Dubai.
That would be the money, right? I'd
Yeah.
assume
Yeah.
they would have the money.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in Riyadh.
Who?
Dubai.
In Riyadh.
So you're not allowed to drink or do anything over there.
Nothing.
I thought you could.
If you were a visitor,
These
you
guys
could.
might be able to.
Yeah, I thought hotels like visitors
Yeah,
can, right?
I think you can drink at the hotels.
You're a tourist.
Am I allowed to smoke dope over there?
Absolutely
No.
not. They will cut your fucking
Did the
tongue
six
out.
night-
That is a no.
Oh, cut
Don't
your
bring
tongue
that
out.
over.
Seriously.
I'm allowed to ride a Tiger and do all this other stuff. I can't smoke a little dope.
Nope.
Nope.
I can't wait till I got to talk to one of them one time.
Yeah.
Hey, it's an honor to be here. I can't smoke dope over here. What are we talking? You know how good this place would be to smoke a little dope?
I don't even think you should ask.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't think you should ask that one.
Ty just showed you what would happen.
You even think about it, they'll unsheath that sword.
You might
I'm going
not
to say, I
make it
got a
back.
grinder right here.
You might not make it back, buddy.
We don't need you swording any cannabis.
You just got to keister it. Just keister it on the way in so they don't find it.
They'll find it.
Yeah. They are thorough.
They will.
They're going to root around in there.
They will find it.
Oh, man.
Those all look good, honestly.
I know. The front and back rim.
That is.
Just pain in the ass.
Here it is. This is
Nice.
I mean, you're just all over it. Just all over it.
Oh, the harder one.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right. I'm done with it all.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the sock.
Yeah, that is kind of a.
Yeah. You know?
Foxy and I played moonshot against each other yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Who won?
I've never lost a game that I've played of moonshot. I don't know about everybody else.
I've never lost to Connor in Moonshot.
I created the game, so you're welcome.
What the hell is moonshot?
Well, it's actually your shot that you did out here for
over and over and on and
On and on and on and on.
In that box right there?
yeah, opposite foul lines. You got to get to 5, you know.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Rebuttals.
I had 3 straight yesterday. That really was a swing in the game.
It's tough to beat.
Yeah, that's difficult.
Yeah.
Pac, I don't want to say like tough looks for you when we're playing the moonshot game, but a lot of balls falling from that foul line into that hoop and that foul line into that hoop. It's a good game. It's a good game.
Yeah, some clean swishes yesterday. There were a couple where the rim would crack, and that's when you really.
Pac, I think you'd be pretty good at the game, actually, because you get multiple shots at it, and it's like expected multiple shots. You know, I feel like whenever you step up in there, you're always rushing. You know, you're trying to get it done quick.
Yeah.
The game is like, make some shots here.
I'm waiting on the part 3. I think I'm going to be the best on the part 3.
We're going to find out.
Yeah.
Small greens, small greens.
Small
Let's put in some frisbee golf holes around the yard, too.
No thanks.
I
Yes.
heard it's a good
I'll do
sport.
it. I'll send them up. I love throwing the frisbees. I'll throw frisbees all the time.
Who's going to go get them? You?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Oh,
It's a
let's get
hole.
that
I throw
dog.
it, and you keep going until you get it. We get a dog, too. We could train them up.
So many other
Okay, is
things.
the dog living here? Where's the...
You can put a dog house outside.
Who's taking him? How are we getting...
Who's going to take care of him?
How are we doing...
You got like 9 animals. Bring one of the otters or raccoons over.
They're
Chuck.
dead.
Bring Chuck.
You cannot bring Chuck here. No.
Chuck,
Bring
it's too
Chuck.
hot.
Let him tear off his ACLs trying to run.
Chuck
Chuck jumped off a wall the other day and obviously hit his face off the ground when his legs weren't able to hold that whole fucking ass up.
Yeah, I am more worried about Chuck now than I ever have been, and that is
that
saying
heat?
something.
What are you talking about?
I thought Chuck was maybe going the opposite way last time I saw him, but boy, oh boy, no, he is pushing the limits.
The guy, let him live.
He has parts on his body that aren't hairy because his skin is stretched so far.
That's not true.
Yeah, I saw him.
His stomach, I mean,
They're going
yeah.
to say because it drags on the
His
ground.
penis, yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't have a hairy dick.
Chuck's
Sue
not a
him.
dog.
Can't
Sorry.
find. No, you can't find Chuck's ding.
Whoa, you're saying he can't see it?
No chance.
He looks down, he sees it.
He looks down. He sees his stomach still.
Oh, all right, that's it. That's it for the show. Let's take a call and get the hell out of here.
There's 2 more balls.
Where?
Right there.
Front.
Front side.
It's so far away.
I know.
Nick gave me this stack of money.
They did.
Pretty cool.
You see this, AJ?
Haven't even spent it yet.
Yeah.
All right.
Is that real money?
Oh, shit, shin guards.
Oh.
Careful.
Both of them.
Yeah, I don't need this other one. We know that.
No.
Yeah, let me have it. Send it to me.
All right, AJ, I make this. I'll send you. Actually, I make it one of these.
Yeah.
I'm signing. We'll all sign one of these shin guards.
Okay.
And we'll give it away.
All right.
All right. Sweet.
All right. So you can be fashionable too.
And stay, on the run while you're taking it on the shins.
Boom.
Exactly.
You don't be scared to say some stuff.
Bingo.
That needs to be said.
Shoot from the hip.
Bingo. This is a big deal.
Yeah,
huge.
let's go.
It's huge.
All of a sudden, we got to make a shot.
Yeah.
I want to do this.
Me too.
AJ, you want to sign this thing too, or we'll just forge it? We'll forge it.
Either one. We're good.
Oh my God! Bonus ball!
Wow!
It was meant to be.
Yeah, it was.
Bro, I just played catch with myself.
That was sick.
That was awesome. I go fetch. All right. All right. Things like that Australian.
Boomerang.
Yeah.
Got a boomerang.
Oh, hell yeah. Welcome back. Oh, for the people. For fashion.
Fuck.
Fuck. Too far.
Here you go. Lock in here. Where's Beal? Can we get Beal out here?
We need his energy.
Beal. Maybe throw a couple balls back on the stage.
The energy's through Gump. Gump, can you say something to this ball about, like, maybe, perseverance and grit?
Yeah.
And stick-to-itiveness
What?
and everything like that?
Listen here, Ball. No matter what happens, you never give up, and you find that fucking hole.
Listen here, ball, because you don't have headphones on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You couldn't hear what he just said. Come on, ball!
Yeah.
Oh, maybe tomorrow.
Yep.
Maybe tomorrow.
It's meant to be.
All right. We'll put headphones on it too, Gump. That was unbelievable.
Throw the Duke.
All right. This is Chicago's ball.
Way, sir.
Is that the cadence?
Yeah.
Can't wait to get. Wait, when's he?
Only if it's a Duke.
Has Tony done any preseason games? Don't they give him
No!
1 or 2 to warm
He's got
up?
one. That CBS has one this week. I don't know if
gotta
he's
warm
on it,
up.
but I know CBS has one this week.
No way. It's
No chance.
Tony Romo doing a preseason game. You think those pipes are looking over any preseason football?
Not a chance.
No way. I would love to hear him in a preseason game.
I wish. Oh my God.
That would become a full-on Tony Romo talking about life.
Well, if the game's in like New Orleans or Miami or something like that, or Vegas, I assume he'll do it.
Yeah.
but-
Anywhere there's an extra pine or two.
This is for the shin pads?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shin pad.
Shin
Yeah.
pad signed. Got it. It was right on.
Let me calibrate that.
Calibrate it.
Yeah.
That was right on line though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just heavier. I should have known it was probably.
Rated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to earn it with that thing.
You're not playing catch.
No.
You are not playing catch with this thing.
No. Hard plastic.
In the bucket.
No.
Nice whistle though.
Thank you. I feel like I could spin it a little bit. And that's the show, isn't it?
There's one more football right there. I
Greg
don't know.
Swaim's watching.
I don't know if you want to throw that one.
Which one?
It's on the money.
No, and there's Vinny's ball here too.
Yeah. Okay.
Found this piece of wood under my desk.
Found this bottle.
Here you go. Here's one with a little more water in it. You want to throw this?
How much? A lot more water.
A lot more water. Here.
No, I'm not throwing it away. We're done, boys. All right, we'll do this tomorrow.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
Everybody take a break.
Throw a shingo while you're at
Okay,
it.
we
Throw
go.
a chair.
A lot of balls.
There's a lot less water in here now.
No, would you chug it? That's good. It's healthy. That's a lot of water.
Stay hydrated.
Shit.
Here we go.
Get legs.
That's tough. That's a tough one.
She's trying to.
Come on, Shin God.
Yep. Made it more aerodynamic.
Oh.
All right.
Baseball. Right here.
Baseball.
Steelers helmet.
I don't know if I should be
Whoa.
throwing baseballs.
Yeah.
Set hut.
Oh, that went in. That went in.
I think that went in.
Yeah, that went in.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, it didn't. Liquid death can, I guess. We'll be back tomorrow. We got to give away one of these shin guards.
You can throw this.
Verizon's good to us.
There's nothing in it. There's a hat right there.
They're really good to us.
Chuck this thing.
Imagine how excited someone's going to be to get a signed shin guard.
Yeah, there's a Zen can sitting there.
Oh, no way.
Can't risk a couple of those flying out.
All right, we'll be back
You know
tomorrow.
what, if you want to,
No.
you might want to frisbee it though.
Yeah, definitely going to cornhole toss, I think.
You got to tape it shut, maybe.
Nah, it's fine. It's secure.
It'll be okay.
Off Rey Mysterio's head.
Yep.
All
Can't
right.
throw that.
You got this.
Cornhole, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cornhole.
Get legs. This water bottle is good to get tossed now too.
Just do the old Carson Wentz on the way back, or Ben.
Get going.
That is.
Yes.
I mean, that's all it took.
Let's
Yahtzee.
go. Called it. First time.
All right.
Unbelievable.
All you got to do,
Perfect. Dude, perfect.
retweet that video.
What are you talking about?
Say
it
something
like you
nice
talk it.
to somebody. Use the hashtag PMS Live, and you might win a fashionable shin guard
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
autographed by me, forged by AJ, and everybody else.
Hell yeah.
On this glorious Tuesday. Shout out to all of you. You're the best. Thanks to Mooch. Big thanks to Sean O'Malley joining us from his bathtub.
Yep.
And we can't thank you all enough for being the humans you are and allowing us to do this for a living. We understand the show is dumb. We'll continue to do that until you'll have us. no more. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.